Hey yo, what up? What up, world? It's your boy, RudeBoy Crypto, coming live and direct. No plans, no scripts, none of that shit. We just coming live and direct. This is completely on the fly. Even if I try to plan something, it ends up being last minute anyway. So I've just learned to go with the flow, and I have a very special how will you call it episode for you today. Um, this is the very first interview of Rude Boy Crypto. Okay. Before I've done a bit of talking, played some music for you guys, done some live DJing, etc. Covered a few different topics. But right now, this is something I've wanted to do for a long time. I had a previous channel on Twitter before as well, and I've wanted to do this for a long, long time. And I'm very, very, very happy and honored and delighted to be able to introduce to you my very first interviewee, who is the an OG in the game, uh, and he's basically he started off on XLS 14, on Sologenic, started with XRPL, advanced then to the new BTC ordinal. He was one of the first guys that I know of, and to jump onto the BCT or the BTC Bitcoin NFT, um, and basically I believe he was. We'll ask him when he's with us here, but I believe he was part of the first 500,000, definitely within the first million inscriptions, and BTC is now running strong, well beyond 3 million inscriptions. So he was definitely one of the first guys on that, and to see the potential of it. But getting back to XRPL, and the XRP community, this guy started off on XLS 14, as I said, on Sologenic. Um, he's still minting on Sologenic. He is also has released a new collection on Xmart. Shout out to my boy Damien X Dude as well, and and the rest of the crew who are taking care of Xmart. We hope to get him on the other XRPL marketplaces also. Um, this guy, I mean, his latest collection is a generative collection, okay, but all of his pieces are drawn by himself. He is a true artist, okay, but his how would I call it? His bread and butter, his the one I believe the project that is closest to his heart, and the one that started it all off for him, is Loco Neko, and each Loco Neko piece is completely a one-off unique piece, one for one, as they say. Um, and each piece that you hold is absolutely completely unique, drawn by hand by this what I consider a master artist. Um, and you know, I'm part of his community. A lot of OGs are part of his community, and right now the reason why I want to hold this space right now with him is because you guys who are watching this now, you have one more opportunity. This is like the final opportunity, okay, to join the Loco Neko community as a king for the original price, okay? The only way you'll be able to become a king in Loco Neko after this is through secondary sales. And I would be very surprised if anybody lets go of their kings for any price. Um, but if they do, you will be paying a pretty penny, okay? Um, but these pieces, when you see them, we'll go through a few of them. I'll try and squeeze as much as I can into this space. Right now, for me, it's like 20 to 3. We had a bit of delay, and I really appreciate this guy's patience and time. But I want to get through this as quick as possible so this guy can get to bed because he's 7 hours ahead of me. Um, I'm very, very happy to introduce you guys now to the artist and creator of Loco Neko, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to bring him here up onto the stage. I have him waiting patiently for me in the backstage. Welcome, brother.
Yo, what up?
Hey,
What up,
man.
guys? Thanks
So,
for the opportunity, bro.
absolutely, brother. And I don't think I said it in the beginning, but I am honored and delighted to have you as my first interviewee. And
Oh, wow.
I really am. I have so much love and appreciation and respect for you, brother. As a man, as a person, as a human being, and as an artist as well, and as a project creator and owner. And hopefully I don't forget, but there's a few things that I want to cover as well during our conversation, and little things that for me have helped strengthen my faith and belief in you, and have made it so easy to want to support you as well. Um, but before we begin and go any further, so the project is called Loco Neko, right?
Yeah.
And I believe anybody who addresses you in the Discord server, they tag you anyway, but they would call you Loco Neko. But how should people refer to you? Like, for example, do we call you Loco Neko? Do we call you Loco? Do we call you Neko? Or do you have another name that you're happy to go by as well? Are you happy to share it? If not, we can continue calling you Loco Neko. But talk to us about that.
Yeah, at Discord, they normally call me Loco, but I think it would be good if they just call me Neko. Because,
Ne-
Loco is kind of, Loco.
yeah,
But,
Loco means crazy. Are you Loco?
no, it's crazy for the art.
Hey, I
But,
like it.
but whatever they are comfortable with, it's okay with me.
Yeah. So you're happy with people calling you like a Loco Neko or Neko? You're happy to take that on yourself, are you?
Yeah,
Cool.
Neko, Loco, whatever. Yeah, it's
Sweet,
good.
brother. Um, what was I going to say to you? Can you tell us sort of in your own words how Loco Neko came about, how it started?
Uh, Loco Neko started when I first decided to go into NFT space. Uh, since we have cats in our house, so that's what I decided to go with. So and then I just figure out the name like Spanish like loco, and then neko is Japanese for cat. So I think those two words fits perfectly and goes together well. So I decided to go with Loco Neko.
So you mentioned Spanish and Japanese. Do you have some sort of an affiliation or a connection, or what sort of made those two things stand out for you?
Um, I love Japanese tradition, like culture, especially with. Uh, I started drawing with anime, with
Hmm.
manga, something like that. So when I was a kid, I used to draw Dragon Balls. So from there, I started to draw from anime. Yeah. So
Nice.
that's why I fall in love with Japan.
Beautiful.
And they're,
Initially through the art, was it?
yeah, yeah, through the art.
Would you say would you say that through the say like the anime, like which is like the animation in Dragon Ball Z, is, as a lot of people know, I don't want to assume everybody, but I'm sure a lot of people know Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z was like an animation back in the day, and
Yeah,
a huge hit around the world. But would you say that you grew an appreciation for the Japanese culture, and that it sort of was your gateway to the Japanese culture through the art, through the anime itself?
yeah. That was my starting point, and
Hmm.
then growing up, I totally love the tradition of Japan, like the samurai,
Yeah,
and yeah,
very nice. There's a huge, deep history there in Japan. It's beautiful.
yeah, yeah. One
Would you
reason,
have, yeah, would you have watched the like the old movies from it's not just Japan, but the um sorry, is kung fu is from Japan or China? Kung fu is China, is it?
I think it's China.
And karate is Japanese, is it?
Yeah, karate. Yeah,
Right, karate, very good. Would you have grown up watching all of those old sort of movies and series as well?
yeah, like uh, Jackie Chan,
Yeah.
Jet Li, all those guys. Yeah,
Do you remember how old are you, bud?
I'm 33 young.
33 years young. I like that, dude. I like that. Yes. That is the respect, respect. 33 years young. I love it.
Yeah,
Yes. You've heard of Bruce Lee?
yeah, of course,
God,
legend. Yeah,
legend, absolute legend, brother. Love it. My uncle first introduced me to Bruce Lee. Um, what was the first one I saw? I think it was Enter the Dragon. When saw that, blew
yeah,
my
Enter the
mind.
Dragon.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful stuff. An absolute master. I have so much respect for that man. But no, I think it's nice what you're saying there about you started off with the Japanese anime, and then that in itself led to later on in life you exploring more the Japanese culture as well. Like, and um, I think that's the thing. Like, we can never know what one thing will lead to as well.
Yeah,
And it's the great thing about sort of opening ourselves up to the world and also sharing what we know as well, because you never know how one thing can influence or affect another person. You know, so
yeah,
um,
absolutely.
so that was your. I like that though. You started off say like watching say Dragon Ball. You started doing drawing the animes and those characters, that type of style yourself, and that was your sort of your beginning into the art world, was it?
Yeah, then Pokemon,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
all this stuff. Yeah,
Very good. Um, and so then, say we'll fast forward to NFTs. Okay. Um, had you continued drawing throughout your life to that point?
no. Um, when I started working at work as BPO,
Yeah.
like a call center.
Mm-hmm.
So I worked there for almost like 5 years.
Yeah.
Just I think growing up, that's one of sad things in life.
Yeah.
Growing up, sometimes you lose your passion when you're young, like your
Mm-hmm.
dreams. Yeah, but pandemic came, like the COVID and stuff. I lost my job, and then that pushed me back to drawing. I couldn't get out of the house, so I spend more time again on drawing.
That's actually it's beautiful, man. And again, it just leads me back to that point of not just like put yourself out there because you never know how you will influence or affect another, but you never know how one thing in life, which may seem like um, a step down at the time, you never know how that one thing can lead you in a completely different direction, and is probably the thing that's meant for you. You know.
Yeah.
It's like
So
I'd imagine like after 5 years of working in the call center and losing your job, um, that probably wasn't like the best time of your life at that moment.
yeah, absolutely, because that's the one thing that could provide your daily needs, like
Yeah,
and stuff. Yeah.
yeah. Um, and then of course being stuck inside as well. I think a lot of people would have gone loco, with just being stuck
Yeah.
being stuck inside and with the cabin fever and all that stuff. But what you did, you had that creative outlet, which was a blessing for you as well to have that from your childhood, so you could actually turn to that, and that was able to distract you in a positive way, in a productive way from
Yeah.
all of the mess that's happening outside. You could actually focus on being creative and taking something that's inside you and putting it onto the page.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
so then you started going back to art then during the lockdown. I'm
Yeah.
curious. Then, had you at that point had you known about crypto, and had you known about NFTs at this stage?
Uh, Before I was following crypto, like some Bitcoin, like before we are talking about Bitcoin mining and stuff,
Right.
but it's something that I think that it's kind of hard for me to achieve because you need to have some good devices like your computer.
Yeah.
But and then when I do some research on YouTube, I saw some artists doing some art, and then some of them are talking about NFTs,
Hmm.
and then that's the time I decided to do my research about NFTs.
Okay.
Yeah,
So like you'd heard of Bitcoin and Bitcoin mining and all that stuff.
yeah.
You were in touch with an artist community online, was it?
Um,
Or where?
just
Or
on just on YouTube, like
okay.
watching some digital art because I grow up as a traditional artist, so
Yes.
I try to learn some stuff from digital art. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Um. Okay. So and then you heard one of those guys sort of talking about NFTs, was it?
yeah, it was what was the name? Crunchy Cow. It was a Crunchy Cow project on Ethereum that I was watching, like the
Okay.
artist.
Nice. So he shared his work, or he shared something about his creation on YouTube, was it?
Yeah, yeah,
And did you
and
call
then
it?
some. Yeah,
Did you
go ahead.
did you call it Crunchy Cow? Was it?
Yeah, it was Crunchy Cow.
Okay, so I'll be honest with you. I've never heard of Crunchy Cow. Okay, until now, I didn't even know those two words could be put together. Okay, but um, okay. So again, I'm just coming back to this whole thing of this seems to be sort of like an underlying theme, which seems to be just sort of very prevalent, which is the whole thing of expressionism and always putting yourself out there once again, because you never know one thing that you do, who can see it, and how it can affect that person. So this artist created this, say, collection for Crunchy Cow. They shared their work on YouTube. You
Yeah,
happened to see it on YouTube, and then you got inspired, and you said, "Hey, there's something here."
yeah. So I just told to myself, yeah, I think this is the one that I'm looking for. So yeah.
So, had you started other NFT projects on other blockchains before coming to XRPL, or how did you find that scene?
Actually, I worked before with when I tried to do some research online because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
Uh, I go to some online platform like for searching jobs,
Yes.
like they're looking for artists, and then I found out one which is called they are looking for artists, and then I tried to send them my portfolio, and that's the time I got hired. Later, I found out that the project was on XRP.
Okay. Very nice.
Yeah,
Are you able to share what that project is, or was?
yeah. Of course, when I did my research, I saw that it's called Odd Ones,
Odd ones. Oh, very nice.
but they're doing like 3D,
Okay.
3D stuff, like voxel art. So, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Most of my community knows that already knew that I was the artist because I told them that I worked for that project before.
Yeah. Very good.
But
So,
yeah,
so are you saying that Odd Ones was your sort of your first introduction to XRPL? Is it?
yeah. I don't know that it was first when I was doing the art. I don't know what is the blockchain. Like they're just sending me some inputs, and then I send my outputs to them, and then yeah. But when the team that hired me lost contact with me, so I decided to do my research. I tried to type the ad ones on Google, and then I saw it on Twitter, and then that's the time that I figured out it's on XRP, Solgetic, and
Yeah.
then yeah,
Very nice. No,
yeah,
I'm really interested. I think this is lovely to catch this sort of backstory and your journey along the way. Like,
yeah,
because everybody's journey is different and unique in itself, like your art. Um, so then, and it's stepping stones, and it's beautiful to see when you look back on it now to see the stepping stones, and then how that leads you into now, and then in the future when you look back, the journey is just. I think it's lovely to see. It's like when you lost your job in the beginning, okay, after five
yeah,
years of working for that company, you could never imagine. I imagine you could never imagine that you could how it would turn out.
yeah,
Yeah, but you took a chance and you sort of I don't want to put words into your own mouth, but if I feel if it was like myself, the way I would describe it is like um, it's kind of like following. I don't know. You could call it like follow your heart, or your instinct, or your gut, or your intuition, or just sort of do what feels right. I kind of I'm getting this sort of vibe that you just sort of you went after lockdown or sorry during lockdown you were forced to spend time with yourself and you were kind of forced inside, not just physically inside in your house but inside in yourself, and you had to spend that time with yourself, and the way that you dealt with that was to get back to your roots and your childhood, which was expressionism through art and creativity. Would that
yeah,
be fair to say?
yeah. I think that's how we'll say it. So yeah,
Nice. So again, I think it's just I it's words can be sort of difficult, and sometimes I want to say words, and then I'm like, I want to say words, and I'm like, well, maybe we could not, we could almost have like an hour discussion just on a word, on the philosophy of a word, okay? But what I want to say is kind of like just how things sort of work out and how they are meant to be in a sense. Me personally, I don't care like how we word things, but for me personally, regardless of how something is or how we will describe it, the bigger picture.
yeah,
For me, what's important is that I have faith or trust in the bigger picture itself. I don't necessarily need to see the bigger picture right now. I don't need to understand the workings of it, but through life experience, I have come to appreciate and understand that there is more at play. And even at the very least, if that's not the case, that has helped me take the next step and get through different parts of life as well, you know?
mm, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, so now we're at the stage of where the next stepping stone was like you were doing this art for the odd ones, and then you did a bit of research. So like another person mightn't have even gone that far, okay? But all of these things you put yourself out there, and then I feel like you received what was meant for you because you put yourself out there. So you did your research. You discovered that these guys were on XRPL, were on Sologenic, and rather than
Yeah,
go to any other NFT marketplace or any other blockchain even, or even try to find another project, from that point you decided to create your own project.
yeah. So I was trying to check on OpenSea also,
Right. Okay.
OpenSea and Solana. What's the I forgot the marketplace for Solana. SolSea, yeah,
Yeah.
SolSea and OpenSea. But there's something like just like you said, your gut is telling you that you don't need to go there. You need to find something else. So when I saw the XRP, I don't know. There's something that it's you know it's pulling you to go to
Yes.
to dive deeper and
Yes.
do your research. Because for me as a person, I always love to explore things. I I love to create stuff. I like to do things. So yeah, so that's what brought me to XRP. And when I'm into XRP, I saw some projects, and I I was thinking what kind of character should I do. Um, but then when I look around my house, I saw my cats. So I think I said to myself, there's that feeling that they call like eureka
Yes.
moment.
Yes.
So when I saw the cats, oh yeah, I think I will draw the cats. So yeah, that's that's when the started Loco Neko. So I don't know the people, but I saw House of X, and then Jay was the person there, and then I gave it a shot to message Jay, and I told him that I'm an artist and I'm planning to launch a project on XRP. And then he said to me like, "Can you show me your art?" Then I sent him the first picture of Neko, like the number zero, like the one that I'm using before.
Yes.
So he said to me, "Dude, your art is dope. Why don't you go ahead and start your project now?" So then I told him that, to be honest, I don't know how much or how much should I sell this NFTs.
Yeah.
He told me, with your kind of art and with your style, you can go 100 XRP.
Right.
And then for me, that was too much on my own. On my own, I told that, is it too much for 100? He said, "No, already go give it a try." And then people just would love it. And then I just said, "Okay, you said it." The market. So I dared. I take a risk to do
Yes.
100 XRP.
Yes. Yes.
And then he told me that you should do Discord. I
Yes.
created a Discord,
Hmm.
and then I invited Jay, and then Jay told me that he would bring his friend Dangster.
Yes.
And then we were talking on Discord, and they told me, "Don't worry, bro. When you woke up the next day, people will swarm on your Discord." And
Yes.
they did not disappoint me. So when I woke up the next day, I see around 50 people trying to get on the whitelist. So I said, "Wow!" Then yeah, that's it. So yeah, Jay and Dangster were the first ones to believe on Loco Neko.
Beautiful. I just want to give a round of applause to those guys. Okay, like much respect and appreciation. Honestly, um, that is a beautiful story, and a beautiful next step as well. Like in the stepping stone. Um, it's I just think it's really nice to hear this, and how each sort of step along the way. And I think you were blessed as well to meet Jay first. Jay is a very good guy, Dankster too, and so for you to sort of to connect with Jay, even that in itself, that in so it was good that you connected with Jay, but that meant that you had to put in the time. You went to House of X,
Yeah,
you saw Jay, you connected with him, you put yourself out there, and it happened to be the right person, the right time, the right place, and this is the whole thing again of when you put yourself out there, when you offer yourself to the world and to life, with a true and honest intention. I fully believe that you will be rewarded for your efforts. You know.
yeah,
So, and I commend you in your efforts. Um, That's fantastic. I didn't realize that Jay was such an integral part to the initialization of it.
Yeah,
Um, and that's the beautiful thing about the uh, the XRPL community as well and the space and all of these what I consider OGs. Okay, anybody who was there in the XLS 14 days for me is OG. You know, especially at this stage. Um, I mean, when it was only XLS 14, the OGs were the people who were there like in the first few months. But now with XLS 20, everybody who was there in XLS 14 for me is OG. Um, what was I going to say to you? Yeah, so it's how did you find House of X to begin with?
Twitter.
Oh, so what did you search for like XRP NFT or something or how?
No, remember when I tried to search ad ones?
Right,
So yeah, I just did some scroll. I opened their account and see each one. So I saw the Discord server for House of X. So
it just happened to
yeah,
come up. Very nice, fantastic man. Um, okay, very good. So then everybody loved your art. Your whitelist had no problem filling up.
yeah, yeah,
Fantastic. Um, and then um, that was back. We had a brief conversation just before it began. Did you tell me that that Loco Neko was born in August of 2022 last year?
yeah. That's correct. August 2022.
Now, what? So, what do you when you say August 22? Was that when you first when you minted your first Neko, or was it the Discord, or everything just came together in that month?
Yeah, everything just came together on that month. So
Yeah,
when Jay
August.
told me
Yeah.
create Discord, on the same day I created Discord. And then I went back to him. I told him, "Hey, bro, Discord is now up." And he told me, "Create your account on Solo, create a
Yes.
Zoom wallet."
Yes.
And then on the same day, I also minted the rest of the Nikos. And then yeah,
So, how many Nekos were in the? That was that the OG collection? Is it?
yeah, the OG collection was the first 26, and I used to draw them on my computer with just a
Right.
mouse.
Man, oh no, dude. Are you telling me that you drew the OGs with a mouse?
Yeah,
Oh my god, dude. Holy shit, dude. Man.
that's bro. That's true, 100%. Not gonna lie, cause
Yeah.
I told Jay. He asked me, "How do you draw these Nekos?" I told him, "I draw them using my mouse, like the OG and the second collection.
Yeah.
All of those Nekos are drawn using my mouse, my computer."
Oh my god. Ah. Holy shit, dude. Holy
Yeah,
shit. Hold on, I'm just gonna take a second because I want to bring up your OG collection, man. I cannot believe that. Flip sake, dude. I can't believe that anything was drawn with a mouse. Obviously I believe you, but Jesus Christ, man. So just before we go into just to show the OG collection, um, it was after that then you gathered funds through the sales and then you invested in. Was it then after you got an iPad? Was it or something?
I think on the third collection,
Right.
I was able to fund myself and buy an iPad. And
Fantastic.
you will notice on the art style from the
Yeah.
first, second, and then on the third one and the fourth,
Yes.
and to the latest Nikos, you
Yes.
will see the difference between the line art and
Yes.
stuff. Yeah,
The progression and the evolution.
yeah,
And that's yeah, seriously, I love it, and I think that it's beautiful as well. And this is, I mean, the thing is, it's not, it's unfortunate, but you never know what, as an investor, as an NFT enthusiast, you never know really what you're getting yourself into because you don't know who's on the other end of the screen, and you don't know what their plans or intentions are, and you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Okay, which is why I feel blessed to be in a lot of OG projects that are still around today. Now, through my experience, and I think this can only happen like it's one of the things that just comes with the scene, uh, especially if you're an OG. Every OG I know has experienced rugs and experienced like all sorts of things, scams and all this sort of stuff. It's unfortunate, but that's what happens. Okay, um, but that's why I feel so blessed as well to have found your project early on as well, and to be have been a part of it and to see your journey. Okay, um, but it's so nice. That what I'm saying, what I wanted to, my point was basically the importance of supporting an artist in the beginning stages, because you might like the art in the beginning, and it might be good, but if they are a true artist, they're going to be constantly working on developing themselves and as an artist, and you should see a development and an evolution of the art and the project as time goes on. And that's what I love about your art as well, is that there, as you said, there is a noticeable difference between the original collection and the
Yeah.
current collections. um, and it's so nice to see these evolutions. But it's another thing that I respect about you as an artist, is that you are always working on yourself, professionally, in that professional setting as an artist. And it's very easy to see that. For example, like when you see these new collections, for me, I've said it to you before, I love the paint style, and now I think you're actually combining the paint style with the line drawings as well, and it's kind of like I'm seeing some sort of like a fusion between the two things. um, and it with sort of like the backgrounds painted, and then the subject is kind of like drawn with lines as well. And I think for example, with the Kings, I think what we're seeing here is a beautiful fusion, and is obviously like the evolution of your journey as well. Just before we go any further, I just want to see if I can bring up the OG collection, just so we can show people. Um,
Yeah, the OGs.
the OGs, respect to the OGs. Now, so this is, guys, if you go on to Sologenic, okay, which is the OG marketplace on. This is the thing, like, Sologenic gets a lot of. uh, Sologenic gets a lot of. How do I say? Um, is it flack? Is that the word? Because it gets a lot of shit. Let's just be fucking be blunt here, okay? So Sologenic gets a lot of shit from a lot of people, okay? And they haven't done everything perfectly, okay? Especially once XLS20 dropped. But without Sologenic utilizing XLS14 and creating their interpretation of NFTs, they basically gave us pre NFTs, okay? People can argue, oh, that's not an NFT. But Sologenic, what they did was they saw the technology that was on the XRPL at the time, a year before XLS20 dropped. And they, with a hacker's mindset, hacker as in somebody who sort of tinkers with technology and tries to sort of utilize it to in ways that has not been considered before. Other blockchains, like for example Ethereum, of course, um, the god of the NFT space, we have to say. Um, other blockchains had NFTs. XRPL did not have NFTs, but Sologenic saw the technology, and they created a workaround which allowed us to have this space for artists to create, and to create XLS 14 NFTs, and for the community to be built around that before a year before XLS 20 dropped. Now without Sologenic doing that, and without the creation of XLS 14 NFTs, we would only be beginning now, like from XLS 20. Like again,
Yeah.
we were talking earlier on about how quickly time goes by. It seems like only a few weeks or a few months, but it's probably about 6 months now at this stage, or if not more, when XLS 20 dropped. But we would we would only be beginning from that point, and the community would only be in this fledgling state right now. Um, so for all of the shit that Sologenic gets, without all of that, we wouldn't have the maturity that we do at this point in time, you know,
Yeah.
and all of those OG projects that started. So I'm going to just bear with me for 1 second. So right now we're on the Loco Neko page. If you go to sologenic.org, you can search for Loco Neko. The direct address is sologenic.org/profile/Loco Neko 1, which is LOCONEKO number 1. Okay. Um, you scroll down. These are the collections that you have minted for Loco Neko on Sologenic. We have the
Yeah.
OG. We have Loco Neko 2. I like we have the kind of the Irish leprechaun Neko there. I really
Yeah.
wanted that piece, man. Of all the pieces, I really wanted that piece, but I didn't get it. I think it went, was it raffled? It was some kind of like some kind of a draw for
Yeah.
that piece.
Giveaway.
A giveaway, yeah, yeah. Uh, so we have the Loco Neko 2, we've Loco Neko 3, which was this Order and Chaos, wasn't it?
Yeah. Order in Chaos because it was superheroes and villains.
Yes, nice.
Yeah.
And then we have the Loco Neko 4, which was video, what is it?
Video game.
Video games, right? Inspired by video games. Um, then we have an exclusive collection. We have collabs, the first customs, and we have the Stray Cat collection, which is the new collection, right?
Yeah.
This is like the evolution is like the next stage. This is like the next step into the future, isn't it? With this one,
Yeah. That would be the stepping stone.
the which
Stepping stone for the
yes, the
next.
next stepping
Yeah.
stone exactly. And we can see here as well. It says Meowverse Loco Neko Stray Cat collection. But just before we go there, I just want to show the viewers the OG collection. Okay, and just for anybody who is watching, if anybody's watching live, if you would like to chime in, if you'd like to jump in, if you'd like to add some comments or ask any questions, you can go to the RudeBoy Crypto YouTube channel, and any questions or comments that you make on the live chat on YouTube, I will see them coming up here, and I can bring them up on the screen, and we can ask Loco Neko himself. Okay, so here we have the OG collection. There's 25 pieces. Um, did one of those get burned, or was there initially 20? It was always 25.
I think it's 25.
Okay. Um, the floor price, guys, seriously, the floor price on the OG collection, okay, is 446, $447. Okay. The trading volume of this collection in total is over $6,000. Let us see now. Okay, so what is for sale? There is, okay. So this is how revered these pieces are. The OG collection. Okay, there out of 25 pieces, there's only 4 for sale, and the cheapest one is like 999 XRP. Okay, then it's 1,000, 2,000, and 8,500. Okay, basically, I was pushing these uh, during the last sort of upsurge and the whole sort of when people thought that XRP was going to moon. Uh, Projects everywhere were people everywhere were kind of wanting to sell off pieces, and whether that was part of it or for their own personal reasons, there were 2 or 3 OG pieces which, in my opinion, were going for absolute steals. Okay, for bargains.
Yeah.
They were going for probably about 250 and 350 as well. And I was I was saying it everywhere. On Twitter, I was making posts and I was trying to let everybody know, get in on this now with the OG collection. Get yourself an OG. Get the perks. Get the rewards. Okay, these are not going to be around forever. If you got one, congratulations. If you did not, tough shit. That is your loss, okay? All right? I have to be honest and I have to be blunt. I'm called Rude Boy, so I can. This is my platform. I can say whatever I want, okay?
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
yeah, if I called myself Nice Boy Crypto, I would have to watch my words, okay? But but thank God I did not. So, I had a bit of sort of forward thinking. Um, but we have four pieces here from the OG collection which are for sale. So basically, you missed out on your opportunity. Okay, you're not going to get a piece now for of the OGs unless you are a whale and you're willing to throw down 1,000 XRP. But in saying that, even like I owned an OG and I laid down over 1,000 XRP for my king. Okay, because I know the value of these pieces. Um, and this is for me. I'll just be honest with you, brother. Um, because of your longevity and because I have seen your journey from the inside, okay, I've been there and I've seen your growth and progression. I have absolute complete faith and trust in you as an artist and as a project owner, okay? And that is why I'm happy to support you. Um, and I'm very happy to jump onto and to own these pieces because for me, I'm happy to support you now presently, but I'm also thinking in the long term. And I see that you are constantly looking into the future, developing yourself, but also developing the project. And hopefully, we get time to cover it in this session. But
Yeah,
your future plans for this project as well, which I think is beautiful, and it's even taking it to. It's not even like a stepping stone, but it's like, I mean, jumping way ahead and taking it to another level, which I think is fantastic. But we're just gonna have a quick look here through these pieces. These are the OG Loco Neko pieces,
yeah. Mouse drawn. They're not hand drawn.
dude.
Mouse.
Dude, but even this, okay, like I forgot how good they were, okay, because once you told me that they were mouse drawn, I was like, oh, what am I going to see now, okay? But now that I'm looking at them again, I'm like, no, shit, how the heck did he draw these by mouse? Like, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous, dude. Um, what are you using when you drew these by mouse? Are you using Windows or Mac?
Uh, Windows like my desktop.
You're using desktop
Sure.
Windows. Oh my
Yeah.
god! Like, so even like what I love about what you've done here, because I've seen a lot of other projects who are starting off, and for their first collection, it's literally just I don't know. Like, basically, what I'm saying is, what I okay, like you have to respect an artist, and especially I respect every artist who puts themselves out there, um, and but you can see the maturity and development in their art. Okay, a, I've seen a lot of artists with their first collection, and it's basically just it's a solid color in the background, and everything is just solid colors and it's lines. Okay, and that's all there is. There's no detail. There's no depth. But looking at your first collection here, I'm still blown away because the amount of effort and time and detail that you have put into each of these pieces, from the background, like from the different, even the shadings and the colors, the shadows, and again, you can see here for yourself, each piece is unique one for one. It's not like some computer generated thing where you just did like five pieces, five items, and you just mix and match. Each one
Uh,
is inherently unique unto itself. Um,
Also, it's kind of noticeable with OGs because they are
yeah,
the Necros that have numbers on
yes,
their on them. You know,
yeah,
you can see that on their bodies, like they have their own numbers.
nice, yes. I see that. So each one has the number like sort of tattooed onto him or somewhere on the body, is it?
Yeah.
Very good. That's nice, man. A nice little touch. Um, very nice. So this was my piece. This. So I
Yeah.
had a couple of Nekos before.
Do you know the
Uh,
story of that?
say it again.
Do you know the story of that Neko number
Uh,
24?
no, go on. Tell me the story,
It's inspired by Jack Black.
dude. Savage man. Now that you can say it, I can see his face. But go on.
Like Tenacious D.
Nice, nice.
Yeah,
That's showing up on the screen there now. Savage, dude. Yeah, that's nice. I can see the eyebrows and everything, man. That's quality. So Jack Black was your inspiration for this one, yeah?
yeah.
Nice, man.
So some of the Nekos, OG Nekos, have some reference from the things that I love. So that's why they are one of ones.
Nice. That's awesome, man. We can go back on the history here as well. So this was actually bought by um uh oh no, the history isn't there because it was transfer. Oh no no yeah. So the history, that is it. So I actually bought this from Illyrian only because he put it up for sale and I saw it. I believe I yeah paid 300. I saw this for 300 and I snapped it up. I could not have bought this any quicker. When I saw this going for 300 XRP, I could not get my phone out. I could not get Zoom open quick enough, and I bought that piece. Very very happy, and I'm still holding it. Even though I'm holding one of the kings, I'm very happy to hold one of these, even as a history piece. But even as I'm looking down through these pieces, all of the names that I'm seeing who are holding these pieces, each and every person is an OG.
Yeah,
I mean, I just want to take a moment to just give respect to the OGs, like Chiefs, Herbal Seeker, uh, Yoda or Joda, Creature, Augie, Solo Hodler, Nando, Kenja Kenny, Rooster, Dirty South, West Pike, myself, the Maker. The Maker, I mean, if you're watching this, the Maker, we love you, brother. Come back to us. Just say hello. I don't know what happened
yeah,
to you, dude. We miss you, man. I hope you're doing good, man. I hope you're doing good in life, and I have nothing but love and respect for you. But it would be great for you to make a return as well. KK Wolf, KK, Carlos, SD Kahuna, Prater. I'm not too sure who owns this one. Uber Slim, Egberts, Legend, Murpha Lurf. Augie owns flipping three of them. and
yeah,
uh, and then we have Murpha Lurf owns two, and then NFT drops. So like literally, this is a who's who of OGs on the XRPL. This is like literally the owners who everyone we named there are who I consider each and every one of those to be OGs.
exactly.
Then I'm just gonna go briefly through the evolution. Okay, so we have this is collection two, also drawn by Mouse.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I see here now you've taken inspiration for from different characters, again from I guess things that you have sort of loved throughout your life.
yeah, correct.
This is my one here, Red Hood. Um, I was, oh yeah, very good. No sleep. There's Jay. Um, I see it. Where was the Keanu one? Was this
There,
the
yeah.
Keanu? Is this from Point Break or is this from like Bill and Ted or what was your inspiration there?
Keanu was, you know, Key and Peele.
What was it?
They have Key and Peele. They have a movie called Keanu, like the cat, the gangster
Oh,
cat. Yeah.
oh, nice. Okay, sorry. I thought it was Keanu Reeves for some reason.
No,
Ah, okay. I got you. I got you.
that would be dope if Keanu, John Wick.
Yeah. Oh, John Wick. Yes. Is there a John Wick?
No,
Not yet.
not not yet. Maybe
Not
on customs. I don't know.
nice. And I see. I like this. You did this one in sort of homage to the House of X, the Master Auctioneer.
Yeah,
That was nice, man. And this is the beautiful thing as well about the artist, like being the artist and the owner and the creator. You can literally create anything you want, and you have the freedom to do that,
Yes.
which I think is fantastic. Like different projects have their own sort of strengths. Like for example, say Ripple Punks, the owner is like a dev, a developer, and a tech head. Um, he's not necessarily an artist, as far as I know, even though he can create, say, maybe his own custom pieces with those pixel pieces. But
Yeah.
but there's something very special about all of these pieces that is coming from your hand. You know what I mean? And each line, each thing is a consideration from your mind through your hand onto the digital paper. I think there's something very special about that. Um, I think everybody who owns these pieces appreciates true art as well. This is another one of my pieces, the Riddler Neko. This is collection three. Was this one drawn
Yeah.
by mouse or
Um,
by
this is now
tablet?
an iPad,
Oh, this was the iPad then at this stage.
but I was trying to get the feel of my design from the computer, so
Yeah.
that's why I tried to make it more similar.
Yes. So you used sort of the original one then as a template, was it?
Yes.
Yeah. Nice. Grandmaster. So there's a lot of influence I can see there from say like anime, different anime characters and movies.
Yeah, movies.
Here we have the I love this Joker and Echo as well. That was nice. I know Mr. Dirty Fresh owned that one in the beginning. Um, but here we have the very first King Neko,
Yeah, from
which was
Nando.
which was owned by Nando. Nando is the OG king, the very first king Neko. Um, so this was the development of your sort of your king lineage. Can you
Yes.
just explain what your thinking was behind that? From collection three, what sparked was at the beginning stage? Did you just have in mind one king, or were you thinking sort of further down the line?
Um, I was already thinking ahead, like
Yeah.
I'll be having some kings, like, cause like I'm the project owner and the artist as well.
Yeah.
So I decided, what if I have my kings that could help me decide maybe later down the road with the, with how the project will go, like in the
Mm-hmm.
future.
Yeah.
So I'm a person who loves to talk with people and also get some opinions and some suggestions. So I
Mm-hmm.
decided to create a king. So before I was planning like
Sorry,
nine.
brother. Hold your thought. Hold that just for 1 second. My iPad is just told me I have 10% battery left. I just want to get the charger before we run out. Okay.
Alrighty.
Just bear. This is completely live, guys. This is what happens when we do things live. I wanted to get this up and running as soon as possible because my brother here was already giving me enough time getting things set up. Just give me 1 second. I'll get the charger. Okay. I'll be back to you momentarily. Okay. Cheers.
Sure.
Thank you so much, brother. So I'm just going to get this plugged in here now. Can you continue what you were saying there? So you had this idea, thinking sort of further down the line with the kings.
Yeah, like the kings would be the ones like um, will help me down the line with the project, like my plans, if they could give me some suggestions and something like that. So, and also my plan for the king are for the ones who are really into supporting like my vision for the project, like something like that. So that's why I created the kings. So yeah.
No, nice. Um, yeah, because let's just go look at the history of this one. If it was sold, okay, no, it was transferred. I believe Nando paid something like, was it 1,300?
uh, three 3,800 XRP.
Nando paid 3,800 XRP.
Yeah, for
Holy
this
sh!
king.
For this king, the OG original King Neko, man, Nando, so much respect to you. The, these and this is what the sort of the height of all of the NFTs on XRPL as well. But was this auctioned on House of X?
Yeah, it was House of X.
I got you. Yeah. On House of X, shout out to House of X as well because they did fantastic things for the space, for the XRPL space and NFT space as well. Um, I just want to. I have to say that one more time. Nando paid 3,800 XRP.
Yes,
Man,
correct.
fair play to you, dude, Nando. It's a beautiful piece. I'm just going to open up one more time, just so we can actually appreciate the detail. Even like, I love all like, I love. This is the thing. I am like, I'm a stickler for details. Okay, and I love sort of going into pieces, and this is where like I really appreciate when artists put in details, but it's not just all a simple line, solid colors, and then it's that's it. But you have put so much thought and consideration and time and care and attention to detail into all of these pieces. What I love about your pieces as well, and another thing I have huge respect for you for, is that your pieces, if I'm not mistaken, are 3,000 by 3,000 pixels. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Um, this is another thing which I was saying to artists back in the day as well. I saw even OG artists and they were creating their pieces something like 800 pixels by 800. And I was like, no, no. If you have the ability to draw at like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, whatever you have the ability to draw it, do it. Uh, for I personally believe like nothing should be below 2,000 pixels. Okay, because if you're drawing at like I've even seen ones like 500 and 600 pixels for the nerds out there. Okay, if you're drawing at 500 600 pixels, it's okay for a profile picture, but you have to think in the long term. Okay, um, the pixel depth and density is only expanding. Okay, so you want these things to be future proofed. So that means as the screens go bigger and as things become more high definition, you don't want you don't want the people to, in the future, like a few years from now, looking at these pieces and for it to be pixelated. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Ex-
And is that why? So, and oh, sorry, I'm really passionate about this. You might be able to tell. Um, Another reason for going, say, for example, 3,000 pixels is because you can zoom in and then you can actually add more details to it without it being pixelated. And then when you zoom out, it looks crisp. So, can you tell me the reason, or tell us, the viewers as well, the reason why you chose 3,000 by 3,000 pixels?
3,000 by 3,000 because yeah, one main reason is when you zoom in,
Yeah.
because before my original plan, I would put some smaller details on the
Yes.
drawing, but yeah, that's what my original plan. But later on, I just stick to 3,000 by 3,000 because it's the best resolution for me and
Yeah.
for the images.
Yes. Absolutely. And you can see like so those are the two main reasons why I would encourage any artist out there to follow suit. Okay, um, to go 3,000 by 3,000, if you can. I mean, nobody should be going be like, I don't know, 1,600 should be the absolute minimum. I would like to say 2,000 should be the minimum, but I mean 3,000 should be the standard, guys. And like, so one, to future proof the quality of the picture, but as you said there yourself, you can zoom in on the picture, and this is the beauty of say, especially with the iPad, to be able the ability to just like sort of in an instant zoom in, and you can add these fine details,
Yeah,
and then when you zoom out again, it just looks crisp, and it's really pleasing to the eye, you know.
exactly. Yeah.
Um, so this was the very first King Neko piece, and it's a beautiful piece, I have to say, and respects and congratulations to Nando. Um, he takes great pride in letting reminding everyone that he is the first king,
Yeah,
and deservedly so as well, very much deservedly so. Um,
I do have my signature in there also. So,
1 second now. The signature down here, is this the one?
yeah,
Nice. So this is your artist signature, is it?
yeah, that's correct.
And what was gonna? So I think our I think our like you can kind of see it there. On my screen, it shows that our sort of our screens are blocking it. What I'm going to do is actually I'm going to turn off both our screens just for a second. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Hopefully this works and doesn't crash everything. Okay, we're back. I guess I could have also done this, which allows us to just show the screen. Yeah,
Better. Yeah,
there we go. That's the one. Um, but yeah. And boom. No. Okay, no, that's the one I want. Um, so yeah, basically, did you start putting that on all of the pieces on the third collection, or was it only the king,
I
your
think I
signature?
have put on other NFTs, but
Oh, okay.
I kind of forgot.
Oh yeah, no, I see it there. It's on some of them. I don't know if it's on them all, but some of them I can see it there. Yeah, very nice. Um, just to sort of showcase the rest of the collection as well. Briefly, we'll go through these. So, was your idea then that you would have a king in each collection? Was it?
Yeah,
So here we can see. I believe it's called. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this correctly, but Ricky Paniki.
yeah, Ricky.
Ricky. Okay, we just call him Ricky for short. He got the second king, which is the video game king. Yeah,
Yeah,
I really like this piece. I love the crown.
that crown is special, I guess.
Uh, Savage, absolutely savage, man. And is this Red Bull he's holding?
Yeah, yeah,
What's the deal with that? Is that just sort of tying in with gamers and sort of having to be awake all night type of thing?
yeah, exactly. Keep you going all night.
Yes, I hear you. And come here, tell me, are you a gamer yourself?
Of course,
You
since I was a kid.
okay? And do you still game?
Yeah, today I still game, but just when you have spare time, like
Yeah,
just wanna, I don't know if you could relax your mind while playing games, but that's how I relax my
I hear
mind.
you. It's sort
Yeah,
of it's a distraction of the mind. Is it just to sort of clear the mind space?
yeah,
Good. And Kamira, what is? Do you have multiple games that you play, or is it your one go-to game, or what do you do?
I play some shooting games and also some RPGs and some strategic games. Yeah.
On which console? Is it PC or a console?
Um, I have on my mobile and on
Oh yeah.
my PC. Yeah.
Okay. So what? I'm just interested. What sort of games would you be regularly going back to?
Uh, Call of Duty,
Oh, okay.
uh, PUBG, and Dota,
What's
League of Legends.
okay? So you like those shoot 'em up ones?
Yeah.
Nice. The fast action.
Yes. So
Nice.
if I just want to chill, I play this stuff. But if I have to play some more serious games, I play more
Dota. I've again. I used to be big into games when I was younger, but not so much in the last uh, 10 years. I'd say. Dota. What is that? What's it short for?
uh, Defense of the Ancient. It started
Oh.
before with Warcraft. If you have heard Warcraft,
Oh yeah.
so so and then later on they created the game Dota. But
Dota.
before I played Warcraft and Starcraft.
Okay.
Diablo. Yeah.
Very nice. And when you're playing those, is are those the games where you play like other people live and you're all loads of people on a server running around shooting each other? Is it?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so here we have the Loco Neko crown. Okay, this is sort of the pièce de résistance. This reminds me of a almost like a maybe it reminds me of I'd first say like sort of PlayStation, but maybe it's a mix of PlayStation and Xbox or your own sort of inspire. It's inspired from those, is it?
Yeah, this is a PlayStation 1 controller.
Right, nice man. Yeah. So PlayStation. I mean, my what was your first console?
Nintendo,
Which the
like the family
NES.
computer when you play a Mario, like the first Mario.
Yes. The
Yeah,
NES, the NES.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this the square box.
Yeah, exactly.
I
The
gotcha. Actually, it wasn't square. It was like it was a cube.
rectangle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly, rectangular. But nice man. So that was my very first console was the Atari 2600, and that's giving my age away. But my next console then after that was the NES, the Nintendo Entertainment System, and the first game I got with it was actually a combo game. On the one cartridge, it had Mario Brothers, and it had Duck Hunt, and Duck. It actually came with a package with the console, and I had a gun as well, which
yeah,
for
yeah.
it was like kind of like a laser gun, which for the time was amazing technology
Exactly. Yeah,
where you could just point the gun at the television screen and it knew where you were pointing.
yeah.
Like if you think about this, if you think about this like back, like Jesus, what how old my man? It was like 30 years maybe, um, almost 30 years if not 30 years. For the time, the gun was wired, it was connected into the console,
Yeah.
but ducks would fly up from the bottom of the screen, and you'd have to point the gun at the television, and somehow they had the technology to know that your gun was pointing at exactly the point where the duck was.
Yeah.
I mean, when just thinking about it now, I think it's amazing what they did with that technology.
Exactly. Yeah.
Here we have. Can you just walk us through the different references as well we have in this? Because this is another thing I love about you as well is your attention to detail, and you add in things which are kind of like it's kind of like that the whole the expression "if you know, you know," and
Yeah.
you
You
know
know you know.
exactly, and that's what I love about you, dude. Because it's like some things are blatantly obvious, but other things you just put them in there because that's your love as an artist, and you put them in there because it's your creation and you're putting your love and yourself into the creation.
Yeah.
And some people things might just go over their heads, but each piece is personal to you, and I think that's fantastic, you know. But just if we walk through this, for like we have example here, press start. That came from
From video game, like when you play video game, press start is always when you start the game, right?
right.
Yeah.
We're walking down here. We have the PlayStation One controller.
Yeah.
This cup with the wings.
It's like when you win your game, like you became victorious with your games, you get the
Yeah.
trophy. Yeah.
For me, that sparks sort of memory of Mario Kart.
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of. Here, obviously, then we're going back. It's like the mix of the past and the future. We have the VR headset.
Hmm.
We have pizza, and we have the the like the Red Bull or the energy
Yeah.
drink. That because that's
Energy
like
drink.
the staple of any gamer.
Yeah.
Here we have the GGWP, which is good game well played, is it?
Yeah, that's correct.
Nice. I'm getting bonus points here. It's like bing, bing, bing. Okay, nice. Here I like this. So this is like the right, like so cats are known to have 9 lives, but gamers are known to have cheat codes to have infinite lives.
Yeah, I remember the game Contra. If you
Oh
know
yeah.
that 99 lives, yeah.
Ah, nice, 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 nice. And then obviously then we have the reference and the hat tip to XRP and to Ripple.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Um, again, I just have to sort of bring attention to like these backgrounds. I love your backgrounds. Like I don't know if people pay much attention to them, but your obviously your creations here are fantastic. But for me, I take in the entire picture, and I appreciate when artists put in the time and the detail, and the care into what they're creating here. Like I just want to show like for me this is all part of the art, and I think it really sort of it adds to the entire thing, but it also shows your maturity as an artist and your attention to detail.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um, so this was the second king. Here Blanca we have from Mortal Kombat. Oh no, Street Fighter, Street Fighter.
Street
Man,
Fighter.
Jesus, I almost let it drop there. From Street Fighter, which is one of my favorite OG games as well on the Super Nintendo. Shout out to SGS. I saw one of their pieces in the previous collection as well.
Yeah.
Again, um, uh, there's been a couple of groups like from House of X to SGS, who I believe were really played a huge part in the growth and development of the XRPL NFT space. So just want to give a shout out to everybody from that crew as well.
Yeah.
Um, Again, I love seeing these names. I love this one here, Shao Kahn. Shao Kahn Neko, beautiful.
Yeah. Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat, brother, yes.
Yeah.
Lovely, lovely. This is from, don't tell me, man, this is from, it's like the Ooga Booga. What, oh God. Tell me, what is the game?
Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot, yes, of course, yeah. I
Naughty,
love it.
Naughty Dog. Yeah.
Love it, dude. Fantastic. So, and Bowser. Um, Again, anybody who Sonic and Tails and Ryu, a Scorpion, a Sub Zero, all these guys love it. Anybody then who has this history and they've played all of these games, they will appreciate these pieces. Um, so that was the video game collection. Let me see. We go through the customs. Man, you have 53 items here. We're not going to go spend too much time on these pieces, but these are pieces that people have requested from you. Yes.
Yeah.
How does one go about attaining a custom Neko?
Right now we have changed the what do you call this? The perks or the utility for custom.
Right.
Um, they just have to have enough points so that they can have a custom.
Hmm. And how many points do you need to get a custom?
Um, Let me check, because we have like for the full body we have like 12, but before we have thought about like if you have three Nikos you can have a custom,
Right.
but if not, like if you only have one Nico you have to pay like around 150 XRP or 200, something like that.
Right. This was the old system, was it, where you hold three Nekos,
Yeah, and then you can have a custom. Yeah.
a free custom
No, like if you have three you can have a custom.
for?
For
Was it
was
free or was it a
uh,
price?
it was like a discounted price.
Yeah. And and with the new system now with 12 points, what's the story there? Once you have 12 points
For 12 points, you can have like a full body custom. And then
for free or for a charge?
that would be for 25 XRP.
Oh my
But
god. Yeah. So
but I
yeah.
have we have now some holders who have some full body custom ideas. So
Oh yeah.
I will show the art soon.
Nice. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. I just go. I love these pieces. I think the beautiful thing is everyone has sort of their own sort of things which they are more inclined towards. I love the Star Wars stuff. Even the Smurfs. The Smurfs is beautiful. We all obviously have Pikachu there. Um, but I love like Baby Yoda, beautiful. One of my favorite pieces, which isn't mine, but Nando got you to do. Did he get you to do all the Star Wars? He got you to do Baby Neko or Baby Neko, Baby Yoda, and
Yeah, Mandalorian.
Mandalorian. Thank you. We've Darth Vader,
Yeah,
and then the
I think his
oh
other one was.
Herbal Seeker got this one.
Oh yeah.
I love that one. And then was there another one? Okay, no, that
Let's
was it. Oh yeah, so that was it. Darth Vader, and then the this guy is which one?
uh, Kyle. I think
Oh,
that's
Kylo
Kyle.
Ren.
Yeah.
Yes, Kylo Ren. Very good. Very nice. Beautiful pieces, man. Who got this one? Charlie. I love this fire piece as well. That literally fire.
That's Phoenix. I think that's a Phoenix Nico that he wanted.
Oh yeah, very nice. That's cool. Um, lovely stuff, dude. The exclusive collection, 24
Oh yeah.
pieces. So this was kind of what sort of inspired this? The exclusive collection. What's that about?
If we have like some, I did some for Halloween,
Right.
but I also did some art there for charity.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, when my mom passed away, like last September, some
Right.
people decided to give some XRP. So
Yes.
I told them I will do some art for you.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's
that
beautiful. That's it's beautiful from the both ends of it. One where the community wants to give back to you. I think that's one thing that I loved about the XRPL NFT space. Like you said, you just felt attracted. Something drew you to XRPL. I felt the same thing as well. But once I met the different people, the OGs and the community around XRPL NFTs, it just felt really special, and there were like we were surrounded by good people, and it goes to show. Can you just speak a little bit about that, like your experience of the community and the support that they've given you? Because I think that that's fantastic, where you went through something which was deeply personal and a huge sort of moment in your life, a personal stepping stone, but where the community sort of wanted to support you and rallied behind you and give you the support and the love.
yeah, absolutely. So there are people and OGs that are always contacting me, like like just saying good morning, what's up, something
Yeah,
like that. So these people really helped me a lot with the project, and that's one reason as well that so to give back to these people. Like you will notice on the Loco Neko that there are some that doesn't put some price on their Nekos, like they just want to hold it,
Yes.
you know. So that's when I decided to make like a YouTube animation series. I know it's gonna be a challenge for me because it will be animation, but
Mm-hmm.
it's my way of saying thank you to those people. Like if they don't want to sell their Nekos,
Yes.
I could give some revenue to them from the YouTube, and yeah, something
Lovely,
like
man.
that.
This
But yeah,
uh, this
but
this piece in particular was the was I believe was done to in
this
commemoration
one,
for your mom. Yeah,
yeah.
that's beautiful, man.
So there's a tattoo on his shoulder.
Yeah, that's lovely. And did you say before as well that there was your mom had cats? That she loved a lover of cats, was it?
Yeah, actually, she's one of the reason that we have cats at home.
Right.
She found a stray cat one
Mm.
day, and then that stray cat was a female. And
Mm.
then, so we got the long story short, we have lots of cats now, like 13
Oh,
or, or 12. Yeah.
wow. So could you, in one sort of indirect way, your mom is actually the sort of the initial seed
Inspiration.
for
Yeah.
Loco Neko, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, if she'd gotten you like if she'd like taken on like a different type of pet or something, we mightn't have even had Nekos. But it's through this natural progression through your life, and from her starting off with the cats, that led to the eventual point where you adopted the cat for your character.
Yeah. Exactly.
Beautiful. And did your mom get to see? Did she know about like your NFT journey and your pieces and what you're doing online?
No, she just saw me working on computer, like drawing,
Right.
and yeah, she just saw me like some late nights, and then she just told me that she'll bring food sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's. But he never asked like what I'm doing.
Yeah.
She's just happy that I'm back at drawing, because
Nice.
like when I was a kid, that's what she always saw me like drawing stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. That's lovely. And she sounds like she was very supportive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lovely, man. Come and bringing you snacks in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Nice, man. That's awesome. I love this piece here. Um, and then Astro Neko. Well, this Astro Neko piece. What's the story behind that one?
It was a charity for astronautics
Oh, the astronauts. Yeah.
when they had like a charity.
Yeah.
So Illyrian told me that they're having astronauty is planning for a charity. So I
Yeah.
decided, yeah, I would be glad to share my art.
Lovely.
So I gave them this Astro Neko.
Beautiful. You just you donated it basically, was it?
Yeah.
Man, that's beautiful. So first of all, I want to just give a shout out to the Astronauty crew, um, who are AKA the RudeBoy collection, the RudeBoy NFT collection. Um, without which I would not be called RudeBoy Crypto today, because my initial account on Twitter was Coffee Chess and Crypto, um, and once I saw the Rude Boy collection, I saw their NFTs. But this is in pre-launch. I saw their art and I saw Rude Boy, and I immediately clicked with the word and the name and the phrase Rude Boy, Um, and I love their art as well, that sort of classic style. But for me, Rude Boy was always sort of like I could always relate to it. It has for me, Rude Boy was more attached to reggae and Jamaica and that sort of Rude Boy,
Uh,
whereas their Rude Boy was more sort of UK based, and the UK Rude Boy was influenced by say Jamaica as well and ska and this music scene. Um, but when I saw Rude Boy, I was like, man, that fits me so well, and I relate to it, and I needed something that was more personal rather than just completely broad and general, which Coffee Chest Crypto was, and I wanted to sort of create something which I could identify with, but which was also subjective rather than objective. Um, so I reached out to the Astronauties, aka the Rude Boy Collection, and to Oz, and I asked him I asked him for basically, I got his blessing to use Rude Boy in my name. I told him I would call myself Rude Boy Crypto, and he said, go ahead. He even gave me the permission to use their pieces for my logo if I wanted, which was my initial idea to use a Rude Boy for my Rude Boy, say, logo, PFP.
uh,
But and then I became sort of a prominent member in their collection. I can't remember how many pieces I'm holding now, probably about 19 pieces. But I recently received merchandise from those guys, apart from little pieces, other pieces. But just give me 1 second here. Um, if you can see this hat that I'm wearing here, this
yeah,
is
nice.
the Rude Boy hat. And this was the merchandise created by the Astronauties, aka the creators of the Rude Boy NFT collection. So shout out to those guys, much love. Of course, those guys were big involved with charity and philanthropy and giving back as well. Um, but I just want to sort of get back to that because one of the reasons why I have a lot of love and respect for you, as I said earlier on, as an artist, but also as a human being, is your how do I say your sort of your passion and your selflessness in giving back and wanting to give to others. And I believe it's because, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but if I would guess that it's because you have received, you know, goodness in your life, and that naturally sort of breeds goodness inside you, which makes you want to give back to others as well. So, for example, you created this art piece for the astronauts to use for their charity event to raise money for
Yeah,
charity. But one of the things which really solidified you in my heart, I will say, okay, was last year when the Philippines experienced a lot of destruction through, was it a tsunami or
typhoon, I
a
think.
typhoon? Apologies, yeah. So
Yeah,
when it experienced the a lot of destruction through the typhoon, and then you took money from your collection from your sales, and you used it to buy supplies, and you put it into bags, and you then gave it out to, was it families or people in the community around you?
yeah, yeah.
C-
People's around me, like within the community.
Talk about that, please.
Yeah, so it's not that big, but yeah, so that's when I decided to take some share from the project, and then I decided to, you know, rice is one of the necessities here in the Philippines. So I tried to buy some rice and some groceries,
Yeah.
and then um, give it to the families who, who was not that fortunate to with their family. So I gave around um, 10 families, I believe. So yeah, so I decided to give it on Christmas.
Oh,
So so that they can feel the Christmas spirit, like giving
yes.
gifts and stuff. Yeah.
That's beautiful, man. I love your heart and I love your mind. And when you fuse these two things together, man, you create miracles. And I remember when I when I first saw those, like the different bags with the say like the food parcels,
Yeah.
I just thought, man, this guy right here deserves every ounce of support that we can give him. Like your art is savage. I love your flipping art, man. I'm just going to open a few more pieces here. Um, Zombie Neko. The Was this in collaboration with XRPL Zombie? X Zombie?
Uh,
Or no, it's just your own thing for
no,
Halloween.
this is just for Halloween.
Nice. I love it, man. Savage. Um, but as I was saying there, man, when you sort of when you bring together like your heart and mind, and you bring these things together, like it's you just create some beautiful stuff. Um, Nice, very nice. Okay, so that leads us then on to, I believe, just before we continue, I just don't want to skip anything.
Collabs.
The collabs. Here we have some interesting pieces. Again, when you are a true artist, you can create literally anything. Okay, when you put your mind to it, and you are open to I experimenting all these different styles. One thing I love about the collaborations is that it's almost a challenge to you to think outside the box in things that you haven't thought of or done before.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to see if this works, and rather than open each piece individually, I'm going to try and zoom in on my page, and hopefully this works. Okay, so just going to go through these very, very briefly. Oh, this is Grumpy Grump, the Loco
Mm.
Neko cat sitting there. Here we have the ex barbers.
Sparkers. Yeah.
Nice. I love this. I love this piece, man. I love your again your mind. Okay, in this sense, your creation and your ideas. So like, and how I like how you don't just. It's not like you just draw any piece just for the sake of it, but you put a lot of thought into it. Um, and so like there's humor behind it as well as everything
Yeah.
else. Yeah, but that's what makes it special. Your sense of humor, and that's your personal touch, and you add it to it, and I think it just really makes it sort of unique. So here we have like the barber here, and we have this young Neko, and he's looking at a picture of a lion, which is the king, and he's
Yeah.
he's a cat looking at the king. He's saying, "Hey, can you make me like this?" And the barber is looking behind and going, "What is this guy on about?" But it's like when you in a real life situation when you go to a barber's and you see like a picture of Ronaldo. And I do actually joke, okay? I do joke when I go to barbers and I see a picture of Ronaldo. I'm like, "Yeah, can you make me look like that guy?" And I point at Ronaldo, you know. But it's or Brad Pitt or something like this, like. But it's the humor here is beautiful, man. I love just how you think outside the box. Here, so here we have as well. This is for a collaboration with the Border Hoarders, right?
Yeah.
So here we have like the painting style, which is like one of my favorites as well. And this is you sort of branching out into a completely new style altogether, wasn't it?
Yes. So they asked me if I could do like a painting style.
Yeah,
So told them I'll give it a try.
yeah. And it goes it like a really. I'm really glad they asked you, because it goes so good with the antique frame.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, really, really nice. I love that stuff. Here we have XB collection or XB collaboration.
Yep. The beekeeper.
Another Border Hoarders, the painting style. And then we have your recent collaboration with Psycho Bunny.
Yeah.
So this brought on a few different pieces, and I believe the two of you actually swapped characters, wasn't it?
Yeah, I told him let's do a swap since it's April's Fools. So
Yes. Nice. Nice. Again, I like how you're thinking outside the box here, and it's like you like to challenge yourself rather than just do sort of the same old, which is your comfort zone.
yeah,
You tend to just think of what can I do next? What can I do more? What's the next step? The next stepping stone, in a sense. Now, this is Psycho Bunny again, another collaboration on the right hand side. Is what you call the Alice in Wonderland,
Mad Hatter.
the Mad Hatter, of course.
Yeah,
But this was a big collaboration on the left hand side with the X Walkers.
yeah.
For me, this I love this piece, and again, your attention to detail and your different sort of styles all fusing together to create the different blends, the colors, all of this coming together. I think is beautiful. That's for me. This is like one of this is a absolutely fantastic piece right here. Again, it's just it's your attention to detail. Um, it just it blows my mind. On the left here we have again another Psycho Bunny. This is the Joker. Yeah,
Yeah,
very nice. The Easter eggs. Smile. I like that. And then here we have Zeppers
yeah,
on the right. Yeah. This one, Green City.
yes.
Nice. The Mayor of Green City. DJ Sassy Neko. What was this one in collaboration with?
Royal Clubbers.
Oh, nice. Royal Clubbers. Lovely. Nice. So what happened here? Did these guys like sort of auction this off, or was this to give with their latest when they were doing the call out for different collections?
Um, they auctioned it off.
Oh,
So yeah,
nice, beautiful man. So that's your collabs collection, and then that leads us on to
yeah. And speaking of collabs, we have
yeah.
one coming. Maybe this Tuesday.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's
you're
with Meow X.
with me. Oh, nice, very nice, and that'll actually be very interesting. And I think it fits very well because Meow X is obviously a cat-based collection.
Yeah,
They have brought out some very nice work. I love their OG collection as well, but they've brought out a lot of new stuff and very nice pieces. Their artist is quality as well. So we're gonna go now quickly on to the Stray Cat collection.
oh yeah,
So here we have pieces which are the Stray Cats um, finishes off the lineage of the kings, isn't it?
yeah. So because since they have six factions, like yeah, so there will be the six kings. So I decided to put all of them there.
Right, very good. Um, so there's six kings here. We saw what was the third king? First one was the first king was Nando. The second king was Ricky Paniki.
Yeah. The third one was M Sky,
Was M Sky. Okay, which collection was this?
exclusive.
Oh, the exclusive collection. Sorry, I must have. The Devil King was it? Oh yes,
Yeah.
nice. This is absolute fire piece as well, man. I love this piece. Again, your attention to detail, just like how long would you spend? Like nothing is ever concrete, but do you have like a general time frame of how long would a piece take you to make?
I would say it depends on inspiration,
Right.
but sometimes I can draw something within 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes 3 hours or
Yeah.
so if that art is really speaking to me. No.
Yes. So like
But yeah,
a piece like this, are you spending like you're spending a lot more time like with all of these small details and stuff. Like is this where you're zooming in and you're just like adding all of these like there's so much detail here. You really have to zoom in to appreciate it all. Like you know, all every little line, every blur, every you know, it's fantastic.
yeah. So I think this one around 4 hours. I think.
Wow, yeah, beautiful. And then I have the fort. I don't know if mine was the considered the third or the fourth. Um, but my piece is still in the making. Um, but where was that?
It's
Where
on
was
the second collection.
with the which one? This one?
Yeah,
Second collection, right? Ah, there he is, the Loco Neko Alpha.
yeah,
Nice. So this is the one. It was transferred. I paid around just over 1,000 XRP for this one. Um,
yeah,
I believe this is the one that you used to use as your PFP, wasn't it?
yeah. It is the
Yeah.
alpha.
Nice. The Alpha, the Loco Neko Alpha, the first avatar. So even though Nando was the first king, this one was the first avatar. Um, the I'm laying claim. I'm claiming it right now. Okay, you might have bought the first king, Nando, but I have the first avatar who was in the lineage. This was the sort of the the one who sort of where it all began. Was it
Yeah.
the lineage
Uh,
of kings?
I think it's the Adam. You know.
The Adam, yeah. So this was the Adam of the entire collection, was it?
Yeah.
Of the like this was the one that was this the one that you showed to Jay?
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow. So this was literally the Alpha, the Adam, the Genesis,
Yeah.
the Genesis piece, man. Yeah. That's why like when I saw that piece going up, um, again it's history and it's for me this that was a very special piece. Um, I felt again just like so lucky to be able to get that myself to be at a time in my life where I could get it, and then had to have the time and the opportunity. I remember the night when I got it on the auction. Um, I think Nando was also bidding for it as well. Okay, um, and the two of us, myself and Nando, both set our alarms to wake up. And I know for myself, I had to wake up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, uh, and the auction finished at like half 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. And I remember my wife was asleep beside me, and I was there on the bed with the phone. I had to turn. I was turned in the opposite direction so the screen wouldn't wake her up. And I was there for an hour looking at it and making bids, and until the last second went, man, that I'll never forget it. The just man, beautiful moment. It was exciting times, but I'm looking forward to seeing my king whenever it's finished. And again, I have no problem waiting whatever amount of time it takes for that piece to be finished because I know that like and I appreciate the time and attention that you put into pieces. Like for example, the M Sky one, you put in 4 hours into creating that. Like it's it's literally a work of art. You know what I mean? And that's what I love about these pieces. They are works of art. It's not just done for the sake of pushing something out there, but you take pride and joy in each piece that you create, and you can tell that. I have to zoom in on this one again because so we can really appreciate this. Um, so when we're looking at these pieces, so this was the Nux, the Owl King, and this is the Sentinel King, right?
Yeah.
But like, So this is what I was saying earlier on, the fusion of your art style. It looks to me as if the you've painted the background and then the subject is drawn. Is that correct, or how would you describe it?
Yeah, the background is, yeah, that's what we call painting.
Yeah,
And yeah, like the characters are just,
yeah,
character design. Yeah.
yeah. So like for me, I think I love it. I love this. I love it so much. I can't even express how much I love it because this piece in particular, I really wanted to get that piece, and I was very close to bidding, but I wanted it to go to somebody else, so we'd have a new king as well. Um, but I'm very happy that was it? Oh, Vixen got that one, yeah.
Yeah.
And shout out to Vixen, an absolute star in the community, and well deserved. I'm very happy that she is the owner of that one. For me, this is one of my favorite pieces of your entire collection as well. Um, but yeah, the fusion of that, like the
I think
care and it,
that's Melek. I think the
Melik.
name, yeah, Melek.
Yes, Malik, the Sentinel King, isn't it?
Yeah, I think Melek is Hebrew word for king.
Oh, really nice,
Yeah.
beautiful, very very nice. No, it's strong, and I even that. Okay, like so, I love how again there's just so much attention to detail, and you have so much care, and you take so much pride in your work. This is where the fusion of a true artist. It's the fusion of your heart and your mind coming together, because your heart comes through the passion and the time that you put into it, but then your mind is also thinking, how can we take it to the next level? Okay, of never just being satisfied with just an initial piece, but how can we make it better, including the subtleties of the name. So, like Melik is Hebrew for king.
Yeah.
You were telling me before then that Nux is Greek for night, isn't it?
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
nocturnal.
nocturnal, right?
Yeah.
So even with it, the naming of the pieces, like it's special. Like, and you look at these pieces, the attention to detail is just magnificent. So, guys, take your time to go through these collections, and you can spend your own time just being in awe. The Pimp Flamingo, these are going to be. So this new Stray Cat collection, this is all connected to your YouTube venture, isn't it?
Yeah. So they will be characters.
All characters within the sort of the grand story of the is are you calling it the Meowverse or the Nekoverse or what's it called?
Yeah, Meowverse. But sometimes I confuse it to Necoverse. But
Right,
yeah.
the Meowverse. Nice. So Pimp Flamingo, I love this piece as well. One of my favorites. Uh, this one here is the Wild Fur King, the King Behemoth.
Yeah.
Nice. What is the story with the background of this one?
Uh, like Behemoth, like he's like in the mountains. So the wild forests are more like tribal.
Yeah.
Like they live in the mountains. So their king is like the Behemoth, like the beast. Like,
Right.
yeah, in the Bible, like when I did my research, they
Yes.
called a monster like a Behemoth, like a big
Right.
one. Yeah.
Nice. So these guys are kind of raw and sort of like yeah, primitive
Yeah,
and
primitive. Yeah,
yeah,
that's the word.
I
Yeah.
gotcha. So but the storyline with all of these guys is that was it that there was an atom bomb or something was dropped and sort of the world was thrown into chaos, was it? And then from that, just explain sort of your idea behind these
Yeah.
different.
So the stray cats were born because of the nuclear that was launched on the Meowverse,
Hmm.
and then the radiation caught up with the animals. So the cats mutated with different animals. So they mutated into a new breed of cats.
Hmm.
So the sentinels are the ones that we call like purgers.
The Purgers.
So they want to have like the original cats. They don't want the mutated ones.
Right.
Yeah. So they will purge all the cats that has mutated.
Mm-hmm. So
So
they want to go around and killing all of the other factions, is it?
yeah, so that's why the rebels were born,
Okay.
because they want to go against the government or
Okay.
the
Yeah. So
sentinels.
yeah, I like it. So there's sort of how to say it, sort of underlying social things at play here as well, and you're sort of
Yeah,
bringing together a fusion of different things. So the Sentinels then represent like sort of the original might, and they call themselves like, or they consider themselves to be sort of the pure bloods.
yeah,
And they want to get rid of all of the well, I don't think call like it's not even a mongrel cat, but it's the sort of the non pure blood.
yeah,
So you consider then, is it six factions? Was it?
yes,
Uh,
6.
so the other five factions then are the rebels. Is that correct?
Yeah, rebels like the Inquisition.
Right. So these guys are like the Inquisition, is it?
Uh, the Inquisition, the king or the ruler was Jack, the Kingslayer.
Oh, okay.
The last one that is being auctioned.
Yes. We'll get to him in just a second. Um, and each of these backgrounds then are these sort of scenes within the storyline.
Yeah, so my the backgrounds was like the one was being destroyed that was during the when the nuclear exploded, but the one with green like with trees,
Yeah.
that's the aftermath, like after the explosion. So the the
This one.
plants are, yeah, the plants are starting to grow
Right.
again. Yeah,
I see. This one is then during the explosion and the chaos and everything else.
yeah,
Nice. Uh,
and I think we have a third one like a lab. So yeah,
yes, I was curious about that one as well. Um,
it,
yes, the
it
lab. What's the
yeah.
story with the lab?
It was like like fallout, like a shelter,
Mm-hmm.
but it got destroyed. So yeah, so some of them mutated into like that one, like X Tech, like more on futuristic.
Right.
So the X Techs are the cats that mutated with technology. So
Right.
I have a cat that has like a chainsaw on his
Oh.
head, something like
Oh.
that. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Very ambitious.
Yeah, so this king chimp is a monkey that is like a bionic, like a robot.
Nice. Is that like a gold plate on his face?
Yeah,
And so the X techs are all different animals, are they?
they are cats, but they have some different animal traits, but
Yeah.
likely they have like some technology on their bodies.
Oh yeah, but they're not all chimps.
Not all chimps, yeah.
I gotcha. Whereas, uh, are the other ones all the same animal, or the other one? Each faction has a mixture of different fusion animals.
Yeah, so other tribes are like sea creatures, like
Right.
cats, sea creatures,
Yeah.
like loan shark.
Yes.
But they will on the Meowverse there will be a place like where different factions live together. Like there's a loan shark, something like that. But
Right.
there's a specific location for each faction, like their domain, something
I
like that.
gotcha. So this is
Yeah,
the sea creatures, the tide folk.
yeah, their king Leviathan.
Nice. I think that this was the one on my phone where when I saw it,
Ah,
I saw the colors, but when I opened the picture on my phone, after about 3 seconds, it was like the colors just popped, and I was like, "Wow." I don't know if it was my phone or what way it was, but I don't know if it was just there was so much detail in it as well. I'm not too sure what it was, but when I saw the picture, it looked good. But then when I opened the picture fully, about 2 or 3 seconds later, the colors just popped, and I was like, "Man!" It just came alive even more so. So,
Yeah.
so the story behind this one then is that this lab was already created before the bomb dropped, was it?
Uh, no. So he just mutated as well after the bomb drop.
No, but the lab behind him.
Ah, yeah, yeah, the lab. Yeah,
So that I'm now I might be sort of prying into some sort of info forbidden information right now, but I'm just I'm this lab was created before the lab dropped, which means that there were some sort of experiments happening
mm, yeah,
pre bomb. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. We'll leave it at that. I'm not going to pry any further into that one. I'm very happy to wait for the storyline to unfold and for us to learn more. But so all of these pieces now have been auctioned off and bought, except for the final one, which is the Inquisition King.
yeah. Jack.
And is this a faction in itself? It's a separate faction.
Yeah, the Inquisition is they are a mix of different factions. So they have different faction from each tribe. Like they have some from Wild Fur, something like that.
Yeah. Is that people? So people say characters from each other faction have joined together.
Yeah, to form a rebel group.
I got you. So the only is it only the Inquisition are rebels, or all of the other five factions are rebels?
Only the Inquisition.
I got you. So they're considered rebels to to the Sentinels, is it?
Yes, that's
And
correct.
so these guys are kind of like how did you call him, the anti-hero, the
Yeah,
antagonist,
yeah, antagonist.
right? Whereas am I right in saying the other factions just want to live in peace by themselves, is it?
Yeah, so they just like on the neutral side.
Yeah. But these guys are like they've had enough of the Sentinels going around killing. Oh, what is this? Oh, dun, dun, dun.
Maybe
uh,
that's the primary the character.
hey. Um, but these guys have sort of had enough, and they're kind of like a. So you're calling him the antagonist, yeah?
Yeah,
Now this is where you don't have to reveal anything if you don't want to, okay? But I find your use of words are very interesting because the Sentinels call themselves purebloods. They're going around trying to kill the other things. This is where I'm really interested in your story and how it develops. And I don't need to know what's going to happen because I'm very happy to see it play out. But I love again how much care and attention you're putting into all of this, the character development, the story development, all of these things. Um, but already I'm intrigued and I'm interested because um, I wouldn't necessarily consider the Sentinels to be good guys. And even though this guy is the King Slayer and he's the antagonist, I don't necessarily consider himself to be a good guy. Even though it makes it sort of more real as well because life isn't just black and white. Everything
yeah,
isn't just as simple as in, oh, he's good and he's bad. Sometimes, you know, good people do bad things, and sometimes bad people do good things, and sometimes things are taken out of context or things happen which we don't fully understand the picture. Um, but sometimes people are thrown into situations in life as well where that's just where they find themselves, and they have to get through it in whatever way that they can manage. And I think knowing you as from this conversation as well, I think that there's going to be a lot of depth to all of the characters and the storyline and all of this.
yeah,
So I'm really looking forward to that and to seeing how this unfolds. Now, just getting back to this for a second. Um, this is the final king, and he is the only one that is currently left to be
yeah.
bought by the public. Um, now, excuse me.
That's correct.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just share my screen and just bear with me for 1 second, brother. So, mm, 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 mm. Okay, so sharing, and then I share screen. I have to share. Can I share a window? Okay, very good. So, sorry, but just bear with me for one quick second because I just want to make sure that
Yeah.
I'm not giving anything away when.
No worries.
Yeah. Uh, okay. Now, and then I can go click on that. It should open up. Okay. Three, two, and one. Okay, perfect. So here we have the final king auction. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And if anybody wants to get a king, this is their last opportunity to get one. Um, right now, this piece is going for like an absolute bargain, guys. You've heard what was paid before for the previous kings, okay? This is the final king. This is Jack, this King Slayer, King of Inquisition faction. Um, the starting bid was 250 XRP, okay? The end time is so the auction ends at 6 a.m. EST, Eastern Standard Time, which is 6 o'clock in the morning on the east coast of America. Um, Now, when this was created for me, it was what is that, 11 a.m. in Ireland, okay, or also UK time, 11 a.m. Um, and it was started off at 250 XRP. Where are we now? Scrolling down, 250. Phil Verse jumped in. Lost Bang jumped in there at 275. So for the moment, the current highest bid is 275 XRP, okay? Guys, for anybody who's watching this, jump into the Loco Neko Discord server. I don't know if he has it on his Twitter, but his Twitter, um, the link, the invite link for Twitter should definitely be on his, or sorry, the invite link for his Discord should definitely be on his Twitter. Is that the case?
Yeah. On my Twitter profile.
Right. Is that on the profile itself, or is it a link in a link tree or thing?
Uh, it's just a direct link.
Okay,
So
awesome.
I don't have a link tree. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So, guys, if you go to his Twitter, you can find the link there, a direct invite link to his Discord. Jump into his Discord, and then make your way down to the what is it, mansion or the auction mansion. Okay, auction mansion, and then you can partake in the auction. This is your final chance to get a king, a Neko king. Currently, highest bid is 275 XRP, which is for nothing. Absolute bargain of the century. But just tell us, can you tell us briefly, why would someone want to own a king?
So if someone holds a king, they will have like a 2% share, like from our sales and also from the YouTube. So that's instantly at 2%. And then for our future drops, they will get free NFT for future drops. And then one king would be equivalent to 6 points. Yeah,
Nice.
on our point system.
And how many points do you need to get that custom?
12.
12, okay. Um, and with those 12 points, just very briefly, with those 12 points, um, can if someone has 6 points, can they still get a custom? Only it costs more, or you need 12 points to get a custom.
Yeah, if they have like, if they can't met the exact points, they will have to pay extra XRP. Yep.
Right, yeah, yeah. So if someone has, for example, 6 points, they can still get a custom. It'll only cost more. Is that the case?
Yeah, it's correct.
Yeah,
Yep.
that makes sense. It's like a sliding scale, and the more points you have, then the cheaper you can get your custom for.
Hmm.
So
Exactly.
it's rewarding your holders.
Mm. Yep.
Very nice. I like that, man. Um, okay, and a king gets you 6 points.
Yes.
Uh,
King.
OG gets you.
OG. One moment. I'm gonna check just to make sure.
Yep.
OG will get you four
Four
points.
points, man. So if you have an OG and a king, and
That's 10.
the regular Nekos, then how much?
Uh, so for a common Neko, 1 point. But
Nice,
if you have a rare Neko, that will be 2 points.
nice,
And then if you have a legendary one, that will be 3 points.
very nice. Do the BPs, the bearded paws, come into any points?
The BPs will have a different point system for them
Right?
because we want to have like a separate utility. But
Yes.
once our YouTube channel kicks off, BP will also have a share from the YouTube. So
Oh, okay.
if you have a Neko points and you have a Birded Paw points, you will receive two passive rewards.
Beautiful,
So separate, yeah,
beautiful. Um, And yeah, so that's very nice. Another incentive to jump on board as well is and to support this artist because he is very much community focused. I don't have to say anything about his art. You've already seen the quality of the art, but he is very much community focused. And as you've heard during this interview, he is very much focused on giving back whenever and wherever he can. Um, so do you guys jump onto your Twitter is Loco Neko One, is that correct?
yeah,
Okay. So Loco Neko One. Right, while I'm on your Discord, I want to just jump onto your roadmap and just to give people um, a sort of slight overview of what you have planned, okay? So right now, 1 second. Again, just bear with me for 1 second, brother. Going to try and make this widescreen.
yeah, sure.
Um, okay, very good. So right now, this is the overview, the guide into the Meowverse, the Loco Neko roadmap. Okay, um, this is the beginning point.
Yeah,
99 Noko and or sorry Noko, 99 Neko NFTs. Nokos. I guess it was Loco Neko. Um, 99 Neko NFTs. Okay. How many NFTs have created so far?
I think we are around uh, 200 or 300.
Right.
Yeah,
200, 300. Then that's going to grow now even more with the with the
Stray
animated
Cat.
series with the Stray Cats. Yes.
Yeah,
So the next part is your next sort of big focus is this YouTube animated story. Yeah.
yeah, it's correct.
And then do you want to just sort of talk briefly about that your sort of plans and goals with that?
So for the YouTube, so uh, as I've said earlier, the revenue from the YouTube, I will share with the holders. So I'm thinking about 50% would go to the holders of the revenue that we'll get from YouTube. But yep, and then 50% will go to the team because I gathered some team also to help me with the animation and so also for project development. Yeah, but 50% we will have it sent as passive rewards to holders.
Nice. And then moving, sorry, with the collection as well. You're actually doing the animations yourself, are you?
Yeah, exactly. but
So,
I have some hands helping me, like with some colors.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
nice. And it's nice to guys. If you jump onto the Discord as well, you will see some of the recent posts where Loco Neko has shared some of his creations with the animation. And again, this is what I'm saying to you. This is the next evolution of this artist, where he keeps pushing himself. He's never satisfied with just being good enough, but he keeps pushing himself. And I'm really looking forward to seeing this series unfold and to evolve over time as well. Um, Moving on then from the YouTube animated story, we have Neko merch. So this has already started, has it?
yeah, it's already started, but in some way we need to have it more for distribution.
Yeah,
So I'm still gathering some information, but also for the merch, I'm planning to have a merch here also locally. So
yeah,
part of the sales here locally will also do some rewards to holders.
very nice. And so, do you, with the sales of the merch, yes, do you have plans to share some of that profits with the holders as well? Is it?
Yeah, that's correct. So it's my way of giving back and saying thank you to all the supporters.
That's awesome, man. Um, I I I don't know if she's received it already, but has M Sky received a piece already?
Uh, Not yet, but we have like Dirty South.
Oh,
So
Dirty South was, yes, yes.
yeah, I'm just waiting for Snake to finish the shirt.
Right. Okay, I've seen the picture of it. Um, so it hasn't been created yet, but I've seen the actual sort of, how would you call it,
Design.
the
Yeah,
design exactly, and it looks absolutely savage. That looks awesome, man. And I love the style that you've gone with that as well. With the art being in the background of the letters, it looks
yeah,
amazing, man. So then moving on from that, then we've the Neko merch. We've the Neko RPG video game. So it starts off with the NFTs, okay, the stills. Then we have the YouTube animated story, okay. We have the merch, then obviously, but with the RPG video game, this is like a future plan, is it?
yeah. So I'm planning to have a video game because myself also loves to play video games. So
Yeah,
yeah. So basically, all of this are my childhood dreams.
beautiful.
So now I'm trying to reach the dreams that I have when I was a kid. So
Yes,
the animated and the game.
that's awesome, man. Do you think that that will incorporate characters then from this animated story, or do you think it could be open to anything at this stage?
For the RPG, for the video game, I'm planning to have like holders. They can use their
They're
Nekos
NFTs.
as their character, something like that.
Ah, man, that's class. That is savage. And what's with that coming soon? Is that just leaving it open to anything, or do you
Yeah.
have any ideas for the future beyond the RPG?
So on coming soon, it's still open for suggestions because
Right.
I don't know whatever as I said earlier to you that I love to create. So whatever
Yes.
comes to my mind, I'll just
Yeah. That's awesome, man. Um, so do you know with the video of the bomb dropping on the Meowverse? Um, where can I find that video?
um let me check. I think I have it on my Twitter,
Oh, it's on Twitter, is it?
but it's already been let's see. It's way back, but
If you're looking for it there, then I'm just going to spend a little bit of time just going through your Discord here. I want to show people the animations that you've been working on as well.
Okay.
Okay, I'll just give you a bit of time there, but I wanted to show these. So you have this sneak peek channel. Um, this was my piece, the RudeBoy crypto piece, which I love. Um, I loved as well that I was able to be a part of it in some small way, and then you were able to take my suggestions and then just like add your mastery to it. And I love how the final pieces turned out.
See. Yeah.
These are the drawings, the initial drawings from the last three kings, the Aviant King, the Inquisition, and X-Tech. I love as well. It's nice to see how you're doing this using the base Neko and then drawing the lines on top. It's really nice again for holders and appreciators of art to see how an artist creates, and I think it's always it's only good can come from the artist sharing more and about their style and the creation and everything else. Um, Sorry, 1 second there. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you share that to my or if you retweet it?
I can mention you. One more.
Oh no, if you retweet on yours, just retweet it
Oh,
on your Twitter profile, and I can just open it up then.
okay.
This was a Wonder Woman Neko. These are other factions from the Meowverse. Another thing I love as well is the contrast in color, how you make the light pop. These pieces are just fantastic. I love how you do that. And then the blend of with the painting style in the background, and the character creation, and then the blend of the different colors, and then the light. I just makes it glow and come to life. I think that's beautiful. Um, this is one of your BPs, which we're going to cover briefly now in a second as well. But
Yeah.
I thought this was where I would find your animation. Uh, where do I find the animation? Okay, I thought the animation was on the. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is you working on the animations. Look
Yeah.
at this.
I'm testing out the software.
Yeah,
So yeah.
that's awesome, dude. Now listen, okay. This is the thing. So when I'm looking at this and I'm seeing this sort of like this classical approach to animation, is this stop animation or is it beyond that?
Yeah. Basically, it's called frame by frame.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So that's it. Yep.
So that's yeah. So I think so it's almost like stop motion, where you you take a picture of one piece, and it's the
Yeah.
same way with the classical cartoons. They drew one frame, and then they draw the next frame. Each movement is a separate frame. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Like it's the classic example would be the flick book, isn't it? Where you draw on the
Yeah.
corner of a page.
Yeah. The flip book. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's amazing. Like, and again, so much work and effort goes into just even something that only lasts for like a few seconds. But I'm really looking forward to seeing the development of this animation series. Um, so have you shared that the atom bomb?
Yeah. On Twitter. Yeah.
It's on your
I
Twitter.
retweeted.
Very good. Da, da, da. Okay. Now I'll come back to this. Jump onto your Twitter. Loco Neko. I have you there on my bio. On my Twitter page, I have my. You can see my profile picture is my new custom from Loco Neko. And I think that this is going to be my profile picture for a long time. I'm known to PFP hop because I've just so many pieces that I love. The other One was a sleepless dude, which I added my own diamond background onto, and I thought it was savage. But then when I had the opportunity for Loco Neko to create this custom piece for me, I just jumped at the opportunity, and I absolutely love this right now. It's fantastic. So also, Twitter goes through this a verification process every time you change your profile picture. They remove your badge, but I can see this being my profile picture for a long time. But on my Twitter account, RudeBoy Crypto on Twitter, I have all of my favorite projects right here. Okay, and Loco Neko is of course one of those. So I can click on Neko. Here we have on his oh, sorry, that wasn't even. Sorry.
Shared.
Yeah. Apologies. Sorry, guys. I was getting too into it there, too enthusiastic. So this is my profile picture on Twitter, and you can see there that's my profile picture, which is drawn by Loco Neko. Okay. And of course, I love this cup. F you, Gary. I mean, if it was subtle before, it's very obvious now. Initially, I had just had a FU Gary, but then I thought this was just a nice sort of artistic approach as well, and it's not too in your face, but it's nice. And then we have Loco Neko on the sleeve, which I think is a perfect place to have that. Wearing Loco Neko on my sleeve, the Irish badge, and and everything else there, which I'll get into in a second. But guys, this is what I was talking about there a second ago. We have all of these my favorite XRP projects, um, and Loco Neko is right here. Okay, so if you want to find Loco Neko, if you're already on my Twitter, you can go there and you can find Loco Neko in my bio. Okay, this is just to show some love and support to all of my favorite projects, and projects who have lasted the test of time. And I just want to give back to each one of those as well. I love this as well on your cover photo. Let's make art. I mean,
Yeah.
just all of these little things. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff. And it's really about the art, and you really do put yourself into it. Um, so here we have the opening trailer for the Stray Cat collection. Does this have audio?
Yeah.
It has audio. Okay,
It
then bear
has.
with me. Yeah, just bear with me for 1 second, guys, because I want to make this experience uh, as sort of robust as possible. Yeah. What I'm going to do is share this. Okay. And then I have to go back to my. Here we go. Okay, we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. And I can now open up this page. So, guys, this is the opening trailer for the Stray Cat collection. Noko, or sorry, Noko. I want to call them Nokos. Loco Neko. Nokos. Nekos went outside, and Neko being the Japanese for cat. Nekos went outside and were caught up with the nuclear explosion. Some died, some mutated. Check the mutation soon, okay? And the video has sound. Thank you for letting me know. Um, I really think that you should be uploading this to YouTube as well. This should be on your YouTube channel. This
Oh, yeah.
video. It has to be up there. I'm just going to give some love, retweet that myself. And now, guys, I'm going to show you now the trailer for the intro for the Stray Cat collection. Okay, so this is where it all began. Hopefully the audio works.
Yeah.
Nice. Short but sweet. But this is the cute little Neko just looking up on the city. Everything was going fine. Somehow, a bomb dropped out of the sky, and thus began the next step in the journey for Loco Neko. and the Stray Cat collection was born. Um, Now just bear with me for another second, guys. Now, brother, I do know that it's very late over there for you,
Yeah,
and
no, no worries.
we've been on this for a long time already. It's a good thing we started earlier, um, but I really do appreciate your time with all of this, and I hope that uh, the viewers get a lot of benefit as well. What I'm hoping to do as well is be able to take this video and chop it down into different segments as well, and into bite-sized chunks, and I'll upload it then onto my YouTube. Um, so we covered the Stray Cat collection. We covered your Sologenic collection.
Yeah,
Okay, guys. So find him on sologenic.org, the initial or the birthplace of Loco Neko. Um, Now I want to just show you my custom Nekos. Okay, so I have three. One more has yet to be created, but this was, as it says here, my first commissioned piece, Mushroom Trip, and this I absolutely love this piece. The amount of detail and attention, and again the colors and the lights and the blends and the the luminosity of it, and all of these little details. I mean, when I look at this, it's almost sending me into a trip itself. It brings the mind on a journey. And that's what I wanted from it, and you absolutely nailed it. Um, Even this, so like the aliens shining down is beautiful. The heart, the love, the earth, the birds. Here we have the eyes and the face from an echo. Um, the water leading down. But even when you come down here, okay, so the first thing I see here is this reminds me of like a ball, like a beach ball, and then it's obviously the sun, and we've the rainbow, and it just expands and opens out. Like I see details in details in details, and it's beautiful. It's you absolutely nailed it. Um, we have the star here. We have the fish with the XRP symbol, the flowers, peace and love. Um, for me, the fish is really cool as well because obviously cats love fish, okay? But we also have, I don't know if this was intentional, but there's an old school psychedelic rock band called Fish. Um, I think they called them, it was spelled Phish, okay? So Fish. Um, and then we have the mushrooms, the fly agarics, the psychedelic mushrooms on top. The I love these eyes as well. And then it, this is the a unicorn horn. Am I correct?
yeah. I
Or
think you need to
is
share your screen, bro.
I don't believe it. It's happening again. Ah, brother, you should have said that to me in the beginning when I was talking. Oh my
Sorry,
gosh.
because I thought that you were just explaining. Then
No,
I
yeah,
just
no, no.
realized
Of
you
course.
he's trying to.
Apologies. No, man. No, that's not it. Um, Man, I can't believe that happened again. Okay. So, guys, apologies. Bear with me. This is all live, as you can tell. But so now everybody can see it. Okay. Apologies. Um, so just briefly, there's the alien spaceship, the heart, the trees, the world coming down the face, the sun. I can see like a beach ball there as well. The rainbow. I love all of these colors and blends. The star, the fish, XRP symbol, the fly agaric mushrooms, the eyes, beautiful. How you created this, and then this is this the unicorn horn.
Yeah,
So what was your idea behind the unicorn horn?
because before you told me it was for your wife, so
Yes,
um, I just decided girls love to see some unicorns, so
yeah, very good, and adds to that sort of
psychedelic.
the exactly, yeah, beautiful. So this was initially the idea was from my wife, and I asked her because I like to involve her in this space in whatever little way I can. So when I had an opportunity for three custom Nekos, I asked her, "What would you like to see?" And she is currently, I think these. um, not just like psychedelics are part of her current studies, and I think that's where her sort of her inspiration came from. Um, but when I but when she said it, I was like, yes, that's perfect, and it's something that I would want myself. Uh, and the thing is, when I actually showed it to her, I was really excited to show her, and she had actually forgotten that she'd asked for this piece. I was really excited. I was like, oh man, wait till you see this. This is amazing. Look at this. And she's like, that is. She said like that is. She said it's brilliant, but she'd forgotten that the inspiration came from her. Uh, but once she gave me the inspiration, then I took that and then I came to you and I added my own things to it and I was like, make it special and add these details and details within details, and and I worked with you as well to sort of give you just little extra details and hints and guidance. But that's what I love about you, is that you your passion for the art as well is like, it's just it's unbounded, and this next piece as well, it was the same process where when I gave you the idea for it, it's just like you just nailed it. And and like I love that I can just come back to you and say, would you mind just changing this one little piece? And you do it, and it's just and now it for me this piece is absolutely perfect. The last thing I just wanted to change was the instead of the cross of a normal king piece, I got it changed to the XRP symbol.
Yeah, nice.
XRP being the king, and for me, you took my idea and you brought it to life, and it's beautiful. I mean, for me, I feel like I had a lot more input into this one because I physically sort of drew pieces into it and I had a bigger part to play in it, and then you sort of just created it and made it sort of masterfully finished off. But the previous psychedelic one was like I gave you an idea, and then you took that and you brought it to life in ways that I couldn't have even imagined. Um, so I've so much respect and appreciation for you and the time and the effort that you put into all of these pieces. Um, and just I love this piece so much, man. I love it so much. And you nailed all the little details that I wanted, and you added. You even got in the red and green. I wasn't sure if you're going to get that or not, but you the little tiny buttons. I added those tiny dots into it, and you saw them and you put it in. I was like, man, this man is a legend. So thank you again for all of your efforts, brother. Um, and just briefly now on your Loco Neko YouTube page, we have the Loco Neko. So on YouTube, it's Loco Neko 23. Okay, or if you type in Loco Neko, you will see, of course, the Neko Alpha, the Alpha
Yeah.
Neko as the PFP. Nice, and we have some videos here of your creations and how you created these pieces. So guys, I'm not going to spend time looking at these now because I actually want to show you the making of my custom pieces. But if the viewers want to go in and see how the artist has created each of these pieces himself, even these the painting pieces, the one for the ex barbers, and this piece which I love as well, the Targaryen, the how with the dragons, Khaleesi, Queen of Dragons, guys. You can check his YouTube account, and you can see the making of videos. Okay, see those for yourselves. Um, while I'm just talking about my own pieces, I will use that time to show the making of. Okay, so here we have the making of that psychedelic piece first. Okay, I love this process. I love seeing how you go about doing things and all of the little details and what goes through your mind that you're creating these pieces.
Um, I was just thinking what would look like for a trip. So,
Yeah.
but it's a good thing to have like the software like Procreate
Yes.
because you can do some stuff if you have discovered something from the app. So,
So just like touching on that for a second, you obviously had a lot of experience uh, with art creation because your OG collection already looks mature, okay? And all of the attention to details and the color blends and shadows and everything else, there's a lot of maturity there, okay? Already. Um, how did you find that transition um, to Procreate? And how much of a learning curve was that for you?
um, I think it was just I don't know. I don't want to be like something like proud, but it's something like it came out like natural. Like
Yeah.
when you see the software, I started using Photoshop, but once you get used to some softwares, um, even if you have get a new software, it just come out you know like you have already like an idea of what you're doing.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
Did how did you learn Procreate? Because there is so many things within that program. It's so vast and so robust in itself. Um, like what if you want to learn Procreate? Do you sort of are you going for like online tutorials, paid courses? Are you using like YouTube tutorials? And obviously, then you're doing a lot of trial and error as well. There's obviously a lot of time that goes into it
yeah.
to perfect and to learn how different things work and how to use them to the best of their ability as well.
So for example, for Procreate, I just watch some YouTube channel, like YouTube videos for some information about the software, and then
Mm-hmm.
I take those informations and then I I explore it on Procreate. So I think the best way if you want to learn Procreate is just stick with some brushes that you want to be comfortable with, like maybe two or three brushes would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Because yeah, maybe you can start from there, and then once you are learning, you can explore more brushes. Like once you get the hang of it.
Okay.
Yep,
So,
it's
what's the idea with what is the idea behind what you said there with say choosing three brushes?
um for choosing your brushes, you just have to um, use something that you're comfortable with. Like I know there's a lot of brushes out there, but you just have to select the one that you're comfortable of using.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
And
right now with my
yeah.
art, I just use in general maybe 80% or something like that. I just use two brushes.
Hmm.
So one for my sketch and then one for my line art and for my shadows.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And so each brush allows you to work with a different technique, is it? To get a different effect or a different end result.
Yeah.
Nice. So, are you using um, when do you know like so, with the different blends and stuff? So obviously, I can see how you would use one brush for line art, okay?
Yeah.
But are you using an entirely different brush for uh, to get blends? Are you? Is it? I'm not too sure how it works. Is it like do you go from like a line pencil to like a spray can type of thing.
Yeah,
That's what it visually it looks like that. You know what I mean?
yeah. So there's a brush that is called like a blending brush. Like most artists go with an airbrush if they want to have
Right.
some smooth what do you call this, smooth effect on their
Right.
drawings. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's I'm using airbrush for most of my soft parts of my drawing. So airbrush is
Mm-hmm.
my go-to when I'm drawing. Yeah.
Nice. And what I was going to say to you then, um, yeah. So it's really about just sort of, so YouTube videos help, but then spending just time getting comfortable with how two or three brushes work
Yeah.
and how the different effects work. For like I've used Procreate, and I find like, yeah, some of them are kind of like it's almost like calligraphy and stuff like this. So you have to find what best suits your style. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. So
All right.
starting from a traditional artist, I just try to find what process makes me comfortable with the
Right.
way that I'm drawing. Yeah.
Yeah. Here, just while we were talking there, I just wanted to show this one.
Oh yeah. So
Uh,
this one I'm using a specific for my sketches. So I like I'm using a pencil brush.
yeah, for
So
these red lines.
uh,
Yeah, for sketches.
yeah, I use the color red, so it would be much easier for me to see things from the sketch.
Hmm. As opposed to black.
Yeah, because
And then
yeah,
go on.
because if you use black, it will have it will sometimes have problem with your line art because line art is also
Oh, yeah.
black. Yeah,
I got you. So that's why you use red lines because your line art is going to be black.
yeah,
So at least you want to be able to see the line art over the sketch art,
yeah,
right? And is this specifically like a paintbrush that you're using, or
yeah. So this is like a specific brush like you can use. So the effect of this brush is like you're smudging, but yeah,
right?
but
Nice.
it depends on your pressure that you're pressing. So
Oh,
yeah,
that is that's another beautiful thing of um, beautiful thing of Procreate that is it's actually pressure sensitive.
yeah,
Just just as another thing here, I love like you're giving back here by sharing this. Shadows gave great dimension to your illustrations. So you're not just showing like the making of, but you're actually teaching through these videos and through your sharing. You
yeah,
know, I think that's fantastic.
yeah. So it's also like learning if they could
Yeah,
get some ideas if they are making some art as well.
yeah. I think that's lovely. You're giving back and helping to inspire and to educate the next generation of artists.
Mm, yeah,
So like the way I see it is kind of like the same way that you learned from others, you're giving back, and then you can also inspire others who happen to find your content who are looking for something.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah, and like I said earlier in the beginning, by giving yourself and expressing yourself, you never know how one little thing that you do can help or inspire or influence another person.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
It's beautiful, man. Um, right. So, and you always you start off with this sort of base layer, this
yeah. That's
base drawing,
yeah,
and then because I know a lot of say artists that I have respect for as well, like Psycho as well, and the Owls, Pauper. I've seen something similar, where as well they use kind of like a base model, and then they make magic from that. So it's like, so you start off with a base layer, and then it adds some sort of how do you say, it adds some sort of familiarity and allows you something to work off of. But after that, it's like, it's a journey.
Mm, yeah.
This is fantastic. Even like the way you're bringing in these little colors with the paints, like the amount of like, it just blows my mind the way your mind works, and how you think of different things to do, and to create, like to add different colors and to get different effects, and just the maturity of your work and your art is just, it's you're in a class of your own. Even this, I love this. Even with the dragons here and the different shadings and the colors, the highlights and everything else,
Mhm.
and even the contrast then between the boldness of the colors and and then the sort of the blend of the dragons then coming through. It's beautiful. Very nice. So my screen is still being shared there. Um,
Yep.
Now I want to just, we've just a couple more things to cover. Last thing then is the bearded paws. Okay.
Mm, yeah.
So bearded paws is your collection. Can you just talk us briefly about that one?
So, Birded Paws was inspired by my wife as well.
Hmm.
So she wanted to have like, he asked me one day like,
She asked you.
yeah, why are
Yeah.
you drawing like cats? So I want to see
Hmm.
something else. So she challenged me. So
Ah.
yeah, so I just took the challenge and they said, how would I try some dogs as well since I love dogs as well.
Yes.
So yeah, so I decided to draw some dogs. So yeah,
Okay. And thus was born the OG collection.
yeah,
30, 30 pieces of the OG collection.
yes. So this is actually the one that I different from the second because this one is one of ones.
Right. And you can tell it, again, when I saw this collection, I absolutely loved it. And you brought all of your style and your, how do I say, your experience to the creation of these pieces. And you can see it, just the maturity in the level of detail and the shading and everything else. And each piece again is unique in itself. Obviously, like you started, like you had like a base, some base outline, but even with that, like the mustaches and the beards, everything are different lengths. Some of them have hats, some don't, and there's lots of little sort of references and cultural references as well. And is it that the with these bearded paws, these have kind of like their own. It's kind of like they're taking their own sort of journey and path as well, is it?
Yeah. So,
Which are on, like it's sort of parallel to Neko, but also in some way kind of related as well.
yeah. So it will share some utility with Neko, but they will have on their own as well, like for the vertical.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love really love these pieces. Um, and I really love the character that you used. What type of dog was this again?
Uh, Shih Tzu, I think.
A Shih Tzu. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I really love that actual breed of dog that you chose for these pieces, and I think it's fantastic.
Yeah. So yeah, actually, I was glad when I saw the puppy. I just so when I saw the puppy, I decided, hey, this looks like my birded paw OG. So I decided to buy it.
The puppy that you just getting back to that, you bought a puppy, did you?
Yeah. Th-
Yeah, which is a Shih Tzu, is it?
yes.
And what do you call him?
uh, that was his name was Rover.
Oh, Rover. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
With the nickname that you what was the Star Trek?
But it was like you call it like Chewbacca.
Exactly, yeah, Chewbacca. Yeah, exactly, he looks like a Chewbacca. Yeah, man, he's a cute little thing. And even with this collection here, with the OG collection, you have two kings. It's like a dark king, and then like a how would you call this one?
Like a golden king, like
The gold
Midas.
Midas, right? Yeah. And then the dark king. I love this piece, man, as well. Again, the colors and everything are fantastic, and you've some details in the crown as well. XRP Moon, nice. And then so this OG collection, this is the one that was inspired and challenged by your wife,
Yeah.
and those are all one for one pieces, and then later on was born the Bearded Paws Yorkshire collection. Yeah,
Yeah. So this one is a collab with my student artist because I wanted to inspire them as well to make some
nice.
art. But
Mm.
there are some stuff that I created there, like the body and the ears. Nose
Oh
is
yeah.
my art style,
Mm-hmm.
and the hood. Some clothes are my art style as well.
Right. Yeah, this is it's a different. You can tell it's a different style from your usual thing, um, and from the other creations. But th- this is a. There's lots of traits, but it's a generative collection. Is that what you call it?
Yeah,
Right. There's only 250 items, so it's still only a very small collection, isn't it?
yeah, 250.
Like, yeah.
And also, like I said, there are some bounties that are hidden.
Okay. Tell us about that.
Um, I just put some bounties on some traits or on the paw. So once a holder got a birded paw with a bounty, they will receive like a 25 XRP.
Okay. And have you announced what those bounties are or what the traits are?
I will announce it maybe tomorrow or yeah, Friday. Oh yeah,
Okay.
it's Friday on my time.
Ah, very good. Do you want to announce it here on the live stream?
Let me see if I could. Let me check on my folder because when when we're doing the collection and start minting, I make sure to take a screenshot.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yep. Let me see here. Mm, where is it?
So there's a lot of quirky pieces here. Some of the skins are like very psychedelic as well,
Oh
and
yeah.
there's a few crowns. I think there's a bit of uh, a nod to the Stray Cats as well. Where I saw some. There was a crown of like a water king or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like aqua, like
Aqua, yeah, yeah. This is the one, the Aqua crown. And then there's lots of cultural references as well.
so. Where should I send the screenshot? Can I send it to your Discord
You can send it to my Discord. Yep,
so you can share screen?
lovely. So guys, you're getting a first exclusive right here and now on the live stream.
You can check
Look
your
on,
BP as well if you have these traits.
nice. So, so all of these traits that you're sending me now, these are the ones that will collect bounties, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. One. Uh, we have the pumpkin, 5 items, so 2% of that one. White also. What does that mean?
Because there is a white, and I just decided that there's a white with a bounty, so I name it white also.
Okay.
Yeah.
So some of the not necessarily. What is that? A white skin, is it,
Um,
or what?
I think this is on the ears.
Oh, the ears white. Okay, gotcha. So, and the initial white, is that relating to the skin, to the fur, or to the ears? The first white.
There is a white ears also. So yeah.
Okay. But only, but, so, okay, so it might get a bit confusing. There are two sets of white ears which look the same, but only in the traits, some of them are called white also.
Yeah. And also
Okay.
on the ears on the
Yeah.
NFT, you need to zoom in.
Oh, like for example, this one has white ears, but I don't know if. So are you saying on the white also, is there some sort of a thing where you can zoom in? Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. And there's some sort of a special mark or a trait hidden somewhere, is there?
Exactly.
Kind of like Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Very good, man. I like that. I like again. I like your sort of the way you're thinking outside the box and all these extra things. Greenish. What's that relating to?
Uh, these are all the bounties. I put them all on ears, so
Oh, ears.
you
Okay.
have to check on the ears.
Okay. And so all the bounties, all every single bounty is related to the ears, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Then so pumpkin is like pumpkin ears, is it?
Yeah, like orange, I think. Yep.
Right. Fuchsia. I got you. I got you. Okay. Give me 1 second now. And then we have these guys. These are extra traits. This is like a VIP hood white.
Yeah. This also have bounties.
And what's the VIP about?
Uh, the VIP hood is
Oh, okay.
it has a Loco Neko
Right.
logo on the hood.
Nice. So one is white. Only two items have it. One is 3 stars in the sun. Is a design on the hoodie? Is it?
Yeah. Three
Only
stars in the sun
yeah.
is a flag of the Philippines.
Beautiful, lovely, lovely. Then we have BPX Neko,
Yep.
and then the founding date. I saw one before. It had like numbers and a word to show the date. Is that the one?
Yeah.
Ah, yes. So this lucky person here, I can see, has the. I believe this is the. Is this the 3 stars in the sun?
Yeah.
Very nice. So whoever you are,
I
congratulations.
think it's still available because
Oh, really? Yeah.
oh, I'm not sure.
No, it's been minted already because it's making offer.
Okay.
Um, but one of the hoodies I saw, which I just want to get back to the founding date, I thought it was a very, very nice. This one, I think. I thought it was when I saw it, I was like, "Ah, that is a nice touch." The way you did it as well, I like the way you displayed it. It's 8/1/2022,
Yeah.
which again relates to
Yep.
August 1st, 2022. Yeah,
Yeah.
which is the birth date of Loco Neko.
Exactly.
Beautiful, man. That's savage. Awesome. Um,
I don't know if you could see the ears. So, mm,
yeah.
no, this one, no. See.
Any of those guys?
Mm,
This one, no.
I'm not sure
Those might be just regular white hairs.
if it's
Oh,
white.
those are white also. That's white also.
Yeah, I think the oh it has. You said the red dot.
Here.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, that's the bounty.
Okay, so that tiny little mark there.
Yeah,
Nice. That is so subtle. Nice, man. So, guys, now you know. Congratulations to everybody if you have spun one already. Now, um, so already, okay. So this is the thing. Okay? With and it makes it a little bit more special as well because with generative collections, generally, these people who are going for generative collections, because they put so much time into creating it, they go for collections that are thousands of pieces, like 5,000 pieces, 10,000 pieces. Okay, even though this is a generative collection, it's still minuscule. In it only has, excuse me, it has 250 items. Okay, so that makes each piece still very unique and very special. It's not like say like a 10K collection. You know,
Yeah.
each piece in itself here is still very much unique, and by keeping it so small and by having so many traits, um, it makes sort of, how would I say, each piece just more what's the word, um, man, my mind has gone blank. um, it makes each piece more rare, you know.
Oh yeah.
Because like look at this, for like there's only 250 pieces in it, but look at the amount of traits that are here. Um, and each of these traits have been drawn by hand. And I imagine there's a lot of time and effort gone into the creation of this project, into this collection. Can you just like briefly discuss what your experience was like with that, with creating the
Generative.
generative collection for the first time?
Yeah. At first, I was like, I was quite hesitant because some traits, once you generate, some might do like look awkward.
Yes.
Yeah. But what makes me excited is because it's random. I'm excited what it will look like.
Yep.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a challenge for me because you need to make sure that everything looks perfect. I
Yeah.
mean, fits.
Exactly.
Yeah, but the bounties would be released once the first half. I think we will do like once we get the 50%. How do you call it? Sale, like,
Yep.
yeah, sold out. 50% sold out,
Nice.
and then
So yeah, go on.
each birded paw is equivalent to one raffle entry as well.
Each what?
Each birded paw is
Yeah.
equivalent to one entry for raffle. So
What's the raffle about?
it's also 25 XRP.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
Very nice. And yes, the thing is, um, there is a lot of time and attention to detail that is required for a generative collection, because as you just said there, um, not only do you have to create each trait, but you have to make sure that when the computer randomly puts them all together, that it actually looks and fits perfectly,
Yeah.
and that pieces aren't out of place or that one layer isn't on top of another and then makes it look, not usable. How did you choose 250?
Um, I just let my students, or yeah, I just let them draw.
Yeah,
But first, I have to create the main template for the birded paw.
yeah.
Then yeah,
And I'll just talk about briefly about that as well, because you have gone from, obviously, um, as you know yourself, being a student never ends. We are constantly learning,
yeah,
and this is what will allow you to complete or to continue progressing and evolving. Is that the like you never stop being a student, but because you have gone through so much experience yourself, it and because you are steps ahead of others, it allows you then to give back and to be a teacher to others. So can you just like talk about about that journey briefly. Um, when you talk about like your students, how did you take these guys on, and what has your experience been like with being, um, I would call it like whether you a master or a teacher or somebody who is a sensei? I think is the best word. Sensei. No, because sensei is literally means the one who has gone before.
Yeah.
That is all sensei means. So you've gone before these guys, and now you are actually offering these guys an opportunity for them to grow and to learn under somebody who has gone before them and has learned through experience.
Yeah. So um, at first I was kind of like hesitant to teach because I'm not used to teaching and
Yeah.
I'm impatient at times, especially when teaching people. But yeah, I decided to teach others also. So we'll never know with the time, but it's good to have like impart your knowledge to the younger generations to keep the you know to keep the art going. Just like
Mm-hmm.
music, you keep sharing the music so that so people like passing, you know.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, man. It's
So
beautiful. But when did you take these guys on?
actually, we started like during pandemic when I teach them graphic design.
Mm-hmm.
So I do graphic design as well before, but I decided to do art as well. So yeah, because the competition and graphic design is kind of hard. So before I used to work as creating some logos for businesses, but I found out that many people are doing it as well. So I decided
Yeah.
to go back with the art. But that's where I found the students. I used to teach them how to do some art, like some graphic design,
Mm-hmm.
because during pandemic there's no work or employment. So I gathered some students so they can earn like not that big, but just something to help them out during the pandemic.
Yeah. That's lovely. And are these guys like local artists who you're like physically able to communicate with and work with, or are they like on different parts where you only can work with them over the internet?
Actually, we are on the same town, like yeah.
Nice.
So uh, like maybe every weekend I treat them like we go to eat on some restaurants and talk
Yeah,
and check on them how they're doing. Yeah,
that's awesome, man.
just
Um,
yeah.
yeah. How did the first place? Did you know them before, or did you put the word out there, or how did that start?
Actually, they are friends of my brother,
Yeah.
and then I saw them one day. They're drawing on paper,
Hmm.
so that's where I pushed and helped them out with the art.
Yeah. Um, very good. And have you seen sort of their evolution and progression or development?
Yeah. So actually, it's kind of I'm glad that
Yeah.
I was able to help them because slowly they're adapting to digital art. So
Yes.
and it helped them. Actually, one of my students, as I told before when they started, is if they have like a project on XRP. So some of them has projects on XRP,
Right.
and yeah, one was uh, I don't know if it's Grumpy, like the frog.
Right.
So he's one of my students, and I'm happy that he was able to, um, you know, some invest on some gadgets as well to help him with his art,
Nice.
yeah, and
So,
help his family, yeah,
yeah, are you saying that that through the development of his project, so he basically gained confidence in creating his own project through
yeah,
your encouragement as well, yeah?
yeah.
and through that, then he was able to use those funds to one help his family, but also then to be able to purchase new tools. I
Yeah.
imagine like an iPad or something. Is that in a pencil?
Yeah.
Would
So yep.
do you?
So
You want?
yeah. They have invested on some gadgets with at first they just started to draw on mobile phone.
Right.
So I
Yeah.
told them, keep on doing what you're doing and make sure to save up to buy some to invest on the gadgets, so you can so you can level up your art. So yeah.
Right. And is an iPad and a pencil what you would recommend for every artist in your experience?
Normally I would say the device comes second, the gadget comes second,
Right.
because number one, if it depends on the artist.
Hmm.
So yeah, no matter what your no matter what your gadget is using, as long as you're inspired as an artist, you will go far. Like
Right.
like we said earlier, I started to draw with a mouse.
Yeah.
so,
Yes.
so I hear some people say it's because you're using the best gadget. That's why your
Yeah.
art looks dope. But
Hmm.
I came to tell them that it's not the gadget after all. It's the hands or it's the artist
Yes.
still.
Yes.
So yeah,
And the time and the effort that you put into it with the tools that you have.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So no matter how a person has like maybe the best gadget, but if his heart is not with the art, I
Yeah.
think he'll be having a hard time learning the gadget that he's using.
I hear you.
So I don't normally suggest use iPad because it's best or use this.
Yeah.
It still depends on the artist, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Very nice.
it's like your weapon.
Hmm.
Choose your weapon.
Yeah. Choose wisely,
Yeah,
but also don't choose like a big broadsword because you see some giant using a big broadsword. You have to
exactly.
choose what is suitable for you.
Hmm. That's correct. Yeah,
Yeah. And what you're comfortable with.
yeah,
So, just along those lines, for example, um, so another approach to art, like, could be if you only draw like with a physical pen and paper, you could be drawing your pieces, and then you can transfer those to digital afterwards.
yeah,
Right? I'm just thinking along the lines of NFTs, and then this is the other thing as well because there's two very different masteries or two different sort of skills. One is being able to draw, but the other is being able to color. And being able to color is at least half the battle because you can draw fantastically, but if your coloring is terrible, those
yeah,
pieces are not going to stand up and they will not
exactly.
last the test of time. So, how do you sort of how do you go about that for going from like being able to okay you can draw pieces, but then being able to color is that's a whole art in itself.
Yeah. Actually, for that, I think color. Some are born with natural eyes with colors. No, they have good. When they see colors, they have good. They get good eyes. Like
Hmm.
this is the bright color. But there are some that I think as you go along the way when you draw, you will actually develop it in time. Like, oh, this color does not fit. But also, since we have like the time now that we have the internet, you can learn all these color values, like the values of the colors. Yeah. So
Right.
I think it comes with learning and experience.
Yeah. Um, and I think that's the one of the good things and the hugely beneficial things of digital art and digital creation. The same way with digital photographs is that because it's digital, you can easily create multiple copies of it. You can make more mistakes. It's more
Mm,
forgiving in that
yeah,
sense. Like sort of with digital photographs, you can take like 50 photos and choose the best five, for example, or
yeah,
um, with the digital art, you can paint something, and if you don't think it matches the way you want, you can either change it, you can adjust it, you can delete it altogether, and start again. Whereas you can't do that with like physical pieces. Obviously, you can do that with oils, but
yeah.
you know what I mean. It's a different world. Um, but yeah, so that is, I think, in that sense, uh, that's the one benefit of learning on digital. And I wonder as well as I think it's very nice, if not essential, to first um, um, develop your skills with pen and paper,
Yeah.
and that's a fantastic thing to have. But for the kids today as well, um, if they have the ability to draw and to begin an experiment and learn on a tablet and a
Yeah.
pencil, they have a huge advantage. And especially then over the years, if they keep it up, they will have mastered all of these things where it becomes second nature. The program they would know inside out. Um, I think there's a huge sort of potential and opportunity for anybody starting these days.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah, but
So,
but also, what would you recommend then to somebody if they didn't have the technology, if they were good at drawing, they love drawing, but they drew by pen and paper, and they could scan their pieces, for example, and make the lines bold or contrasty. So they have the line work, they have the outline piece. How would they go about then if they couldn't color themselves? What would you recommend to them?
um, I guess I started also like from traditional art. So,
Right.
um, for doing colors, I think, it's kind of, how do you call this? Labor, like work intensive, like
Yeah.
doing some colors if you made mistakes. But I would suggest is for traditional art, you just have to keep on drawing. I know it's tiring to take traditional art, but if it's the only foundation, but the best thing that I could give is maybe, I could say or advise is start with what you have. No,
Right.
whatever you have, just start with it. So, and along the way, you'll be able to learn it as well. So,
Mm.
yeah, I've been doing traditional art since I was on first grade, and then later on growing, I learned. It takes years
Yeah.
traditional art, and then going to digital. So, but I guess those who started traditional art will have more ideas,
Mm.
like starting from traditional. Because I've encountered right now, like I encountered some artists. They're good at art, but they can't do concepts. They can
Mm.
they cannot bring ideas.
Yes.
So traditional art is the one help. I think traditional art is the one that helped me bring ideas,
Yes.
like concepts with pen and paper. Like
Yes.
writing. It's something that it's muscle memory. I think
Hmm.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also with playing the guitar, it's also
Mm.
called muscle memory. So
Yeah.
I think that's one of the advantage with traditional art. So if making colors with traditional art, maybe just keep on practicing, and surely it will develop. Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice. You touched on a very good point there as well, where somebody can be good at drawing, they could be good at copying, but they mightn't necessarily have a vision, artistic vision,
Yeah.
and the creativity and the imagination, which is the ultimate tool in any artist's skill set, um, and to be able to conceive and to see that which is not there.
Yeah.
This is the true artist, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Because if you have like a blank paper
Yeah,
and you don't see a vision in
yes,
there, how can you draw?
exactly. I
Yeah.
think it was like Michelangelo said something like he was asked before about how did he create David the from the stone block,
Yeah.
and he's I think he said something like um, he didn't create it; it was already in the stone. He just
Mhm.
had to sort of carve it out.
Yeah.
It was all yeah,
I think that's it. Also with the art,
yeah,
no, when you look like on a blank paper, you already see like image, like an
yeah,
image.
yeah. It's really special. It's a really special gift. It's a skill that you can develop, but it's a really special gift to be able to see that which is not there,
Mhm.
or at
Yeah.
least is not to see that which is not there because it's there and you're sort of finding it there, but to be able to see that which others cannot see.
Mhm. Yeah.
You know, and that is like a visionary, and each artist, a true artist, I believe, is a visionary in that sense. You know.
Mhm.
Um, So with that, brother, I think we are coming to the end of this, the founding date. What I want to do as well is I just want to finish up, if you're okay to do this. I'm going to
Yeah.
finish up earlier on before we began. I purchased another 3 spins for the bearded pause, so we're going to do a live spin, okay? Or just for the crack, just for the crack, okay?
Let's
Um,
go.
let's go. And let me see. I'll try and bring this up. Nice. Okay. Let's see if we get lucky, boys. Here we go. So there's 250 pieces of the Bearded Paws collection. There are currently 140 spins. So that means 110 pieces have already been purchased. Get yourself, guys. These are only 30 XRP. Okay, 30 XRP. Get these while XRP are cheap. Okay. Jump onto the Bearded Paws bandwagon, gather some points. This is the new spin-off collection from the artist known as Loco Neko. Um, but also join his Twitter page. From there, you will find the Discord link. Join his Discord. Okay. Right now, I believe there's about 12 hours left. Okay,
Yeah.
exactly 12 hours to this. Well, it's 12 hours minus 4 or 5 minutes, okay? 6 a.m. Oh, no, sorry. I'm confusing myself now. Apologies. It's 6 a.m. EST, Eastern Standard Time. It's 6 p.m. here in Ireland, okay? Um, guys, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is about 11 a.m. in Ireland and UK. The auction for the final king, the Loco Neko king, will be over. Okay, if you really want to jump onto the OG collection, get yourself a king. That is where you get the biggest rewards, the biggest perks. You get a free NFT every collection that gets dropped. You get 2% of the the profits and the royalties from the YouTube series, and I believe there will be some other perks coming when merch drops and through sales and etc.
Yeah.
etc. Um, and 6 points per king, guys. Currently, the what was he going for? Was it 275?
Yeah. I think 275.
Yeah,
Let's see. Yeah, 275.
275, guys. Okay, um, get in there. Like, man, if you anybody who picks that up, should be criminal. These pieces should be starting at 500 XRP. Um, but guys, you have an absolute opportunity there to grab yourself a bargain right now. Okay, on the Discord auction ending at 6 a.m. EST. Right now, we're going to finish this up. We're going to do 3 spins for the um, for the Bearded Paws collection, and I will be using offering one of my Bearded Paws NFTs as a giveaway on Twitter. Okay. Um, if you're watching this, then leave a comment. If you've made it this far, then leave a comment and write down the um, the birth date of the Loco Neko collection. Okay, if you've been paying attention, you will know the date. Comment on Twitter on this video. Okay, on this post, the video post on Twitter. Comment the birthday of the Loco Neko NFT collection. Okay, so right now we're going to do our first spin. We've 3 spins. You guys are going to be lucky in the sense that you don't have to listen to the trumpet blast off every time. But I have flipping headphones on my ears because the audio won't come through for the viewers. But I'm going to have to bear the trumpet with these headphones on my ears for 3 more spins. It was fun in the beginning. The spinner is fantastic. Hey, there we go. It's not the worst. It could be worse. Can you hear this? Can you hear the trumpet that time?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I think actually everyone might be faintly able to hear it because thankfully the sound is not coming through my headphones. It's coming through the laptop.
Oh,
So the headphones are actually now acting as a blocker rather than blasting my ears with the trumpet sound.
nice.
So here here we have golden ears. Golden ears aren't a bounty, are they? No.
No.
Ah, damn it. But but I love these pieces. Look cool anyway. This guy looks just pure chilled. He has this nice Japanese. I can't remember what you call this kimono.
Yeah.
With the Japanese sun hair, the golden ears, the golden hair. He looks like a very chilled out dude. Here we have the second spin.
Rank 1.
Round one. Here we go. Round two.
Oh,
What do we get? This guy, another. We have some sort of tattoos on him. These look like surfer dude tattoos. We have this the tooth. I don't know if that's from a shark. And interesting pieces. Okay. And next we have the final spin, guys, from the Bearded Paws collection. Come on, number one.
the elusive number 1.
The elusive number one, which has still not been minted, and to this moment in time has still not been minted.
Oh, you got a bounty.
Hey, can you spot it? Oh, it is. That's the dots there, is it?
Yeah.
Nice, beautiful. Look at that. I like it. I will take that, man. That is. I will definitely accept that. That's nice. On live on stream, we got the bounty. You can just see the little 2 dots there on the white also ears.
Now the people
Nice,
will be eyeing for that dots on
nice.
the ears.
Uh huh. But um, but guys, now is your chance to get in there. You still have a chance to get the rarest piece, which is the number one, which has not been minted yet, and each spin only costs you 30 XRP. Okay. Um, get in there before they're gone. Do not miss your opportunity. Um, if you missed the OG collection, you have an even better opportunity now, which is to get onto the King collection, okay, the Loco Neko Kings, and get yourself an absolute bargain right now on the auction channel on the Loco Neko Discord, okay.
Yeah.
Um, brother Loco Neko, Mister Loco Neko. um, before we finish up here, I want to use the the extremely limited knowledge I have of one of your local languages, Tagalog, and just ask you, "Kumusta ka?"
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Good,
Mabuti.
good to hear, brother. You have lasted the test of time not only as an OG in the NFT XRPL NFT space, but thank you again for giving your time, attention, energy, your heart, and your mind to me, to this live stream, to this conversation, and to the viewers. Right now, the timer is giving me a time of 3 hours and 35 minutes. I never
That was
expected that
quick.
it could. I didn't think it would last this long. I thought maybe half an hour. I thought maybe an hour at the max. Okay, um,
Yeah.
but I do hope that it was enjoyable for you. Um, and I have certainly enjoyed it, and I've learned a lot. And I really appreciate your time and energy. Um, and I know it's late over there as well, so I won't keep you any longer. But apologies to your wife. Please do apologize from me
No worries. I got you.
to your wife, and tell her thank you as well from me. Okay. Um, and yeah, if there's anything else you'd like to say before we go, I just want to say thank you so much again. I cannot express that enough. Uh, the reason I wore this hoodie was just before I do go was to just coincide with the Loco Neko. One second, brother. With the piece with my custom piece that you made for me here. I wanted to wear this today, and I actually hope to have like further down the line I will have some Rude Boy crypto merch going out. So this could be like a future hoodie as well. Um, but I wanted to wear that just to coincide with this, and just to give my profound and deepest thanks and appreciation for you, the work that you do, not just on the XRPL NFT space, but also that you've done for your local community. Um, and I wish you and your wife, the both of you are expecting your first child very, very soon, I believe, yes?
Yep. No, November.
November. Amazing time, amazing journey. This is another huge stepping stone for you guys in your personal lives, and I wish you the very best of happiness and
Yeah,
success
thanks.
in everything, in every aspect of your life, because you definitely deserve it. Um, and yeah, brother, thank you again. If there's anything that you would like to say, closing statements, any sort of words of wisdom from the master to the students, the stage is yours.
Yeah. All I can say is let's make art.
Love it.
Yeah. That's it. Let's
Beautiful.
make art. Let's
Beautiful.
make the world beautiful.
Yes. True art and true community.
Yeah. So
Nice one.
I think this will not be the last because we still have some things to talk about. But yeah, thank you for the opportunity. And I always love to talk with people and sharing my ideas. So yeah, mad
Y-
love.
You're a legend, my friend. Thank you so much. This is Loco Neko. You've been watching the RudeBoy Crypto podcast, live stream, whatever you want to call it. Thank you for being
Yeah,
here, guys. Thank you for your time. And yeah, RudeBoy Crypto over and out. And also thank you to the Astronauties RudeBoy collection for this savage hat.
nice.
Nice, guys. One love, brothers. Peace.